What up? What up? How's everybody doing? Okay, we're gonna go live here for the game 4. I don't have the jerseys. I was hoping to have a Florida Panthers one by the time, but we'll see how it goes. What is going on here? Why is this not working? Okay. So we've got why is that happening? Okay. All right. So waiting on Rico, waiting on Pearlo. But we're just gonna BS for like 3 hours, and we might have a special guest. I don't want to jinx it. I've reached out. I know I continue to say this to people, and everybody's like, "Oh, you never have a special guest." So today, hopefully, fingers crossed, special guest. Anyway, hopefully we get a few people in. I'd like to have like 10. That'd be a win. That'd be a win for us. So and then I'm just waiting on. Yep, I'm here now. I'm here now, Rico. Here now, Rico. All right. Let's see what they got to say before the game starts. We're a little bit early on the puck drop. I think I looked at the clock, and they always change these things. So the game is supposed to start at 4, and it's past 4. So they're talking to Biz. So yep, let's hope we get guys. Let's see. Do I need to shoot the link to you guys again? Here, let me put the link in. And we can have anybody else that wants to come on. I hope we have some notifications. I'm going to tweet out the link while we're waiting. Oh, here we go. I got you, Rico. There we go. Hey, what's up, buddy? Got the Blue Jays turtleneck on, huh?
Hey, buddy. Yeah. I was just out doing some gardening in the yard.
Oh, man. Let me show you what I got going on. Talk about gardening. Look at this. Where's photos? Why can't find photos here? Okay. Check this out. I'll show you. We'll show the stream. So right, here we go. Window. Okay. So you see this? Check. Look at this.
That's a little more than just planting tulips there, buddy. What the hell are you doing?
We cut down a bunch of trees on the property. You can see here. I'll pull. I don't know. It's dragging here. Why it's taking its sweet time. I'm getting a spinning wheel of death. But this is just a one part you can't see. So I save money by having these guys. Here, let me stop the screen. By just having them fall the trees, and then I'm cutting them up. So I've been like full regalia, chaps, arm protector, everything, like
Wow.
cutting these birch trees up, dude. And I'm going to be here for like 10 days because we cut down over 15 trees, man. And
wow.
Yeah, I just needed to get them gone, man. I'm trying to get in some evergreens and stuff. Give us a little bit. We're going to plant some apple trees and some cherry. I want some fruit bearing trees, Even if
buddy, I got a big apple tree in my backyard, and it blooms wicked. We make apple pies and crisp and everything. Yeah, we got a wicked apple tree in the backyard.
Dude, you'll have to come visit sometime, man. And I'm definitely making it to Toronto. I know you're not directly in Toronto, but we will definitely link up. If I get to Toronto, I'll make we'll meet in the middle. We'll figure it out. But you never DM me your address, by the way. DM me your address, man. So I can send you a small birthday. It doesn't have to be nothing big, and you don't owe me anything or anything, man. I just, I enjoy talking hockey. I know you're a big fan. let's talk a little bit about the Leafs before this game kicks off, because by the way, we may have a special guest, which will be Leaf related if we get the special guest. Who do you think they're going to hire for general manager?
A lot of the talk is tree living today on Fan 590. I was listening to, and the guy that's been in the Canadian market kind of knows it. Then they're trying to pry away Armstrong from St. Louis, so they're getting St. Louis guys on the Fan 590 to talk about it, and he'd have to be pried away from there, but he'd have to be swayed for sure. Type of new challenge type thing to go to the Leafs and try and win there, but.
Okay, let me ask you though. I think that the Blues are closer to the Cup than the Leafs.
I mean, they got picks coming up, but I mean, apart from Kyrou and Thomas, and I mean, Brady Schen's there, Perico's there.
When he's on, there's not that many guys that are better.
And when he's off, there isn't much guys that's worse either.
That's true. I mean, that's true. I'm not
either hot or not.
You're not going to get much of an argument from me on that one, my friend. Yeah, I knew Pearlo would be a little bit late, but you said you'd be here early. Oh, let me see. This might be Pearlo drop. Oh, I did drop the link in there again. Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you, buddy. Well, so what I'm going to do is, because if I send you something that's like valuable, they make you pay taxes on it. So I'll just order something and send it directly to you, and then I think I pay the fee if I do it through Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
I don't expect anything, brother, but I mean,
it's not going to be a big thing, dude. It won't be nothing big. It'll just be a nice little, hey, how do you do? Maybe it's for this stream or something,
Cool.
But, maybe, I sent my boy Hot Take Hockey a Mike Madonna North Stars jersey. And like a dipshit, even though I probably paid like $50 for the jersey or something, right? I put the value of the jersey was $200.
Oh no!
So he had to pay like $50. I gave him the money, but like I sent him, I send you a gift and you have to pay to get it, dude. What the fuck, Canada? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like I should be allowed to send you a personal gift that's anything less than $5,000. Like
sure.
You have to pay tax. It's a gift. I'm giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some more shit. Like, come on, man. Like, we can, and if you send me something other than whatever you have to pay postage, I don't have to pay taxes on it. That's kind of mess, dude. That bothers me. Like,
I didn't know.
I
didn't know you had to do that.
Isn't that bullshit? You would have had to. So if I send you a jersey through the post office and I send it to Canadian Post and I send it to you and I say the value's $200. Now, if I say the value's $1, you won't have to pay nothing. But like, they're about to kick off here. They got the anthem. I'm getting a little background noise from you or something. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, the wife's in the other room watching TV, so I'll mute the mic when I'm not talking.
Oh, okay, no worries. I don't mind. I'm just getting a little bit of the feedback. And don't tell your wife not to watch TV, right? Oh God. What is being you don't leave the ship, you go down with it. It's been a privilege. What Colby Armstrong just tweeted out. I'll retweet this. Oh my God, this is so good. They put him and Rod Brendamore's face. So they're using scenes from the Titanic. Oh my God. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I have a feeling that Carolina is going to win this game. I just feel like they probably do. They haven't really played bad, but I'll tell you what, this is the thing I was worried about with Carolina against New Jersey, and it's just New Jersey. I just thought they couldn't keep up with them scoring-wise, but they were so structured. But I'll tell you, and Pearlo keeps talking this noise, the Florida can't keep it. To me, it's Carolina that plays that high-energy game. If you watch their guys move all the places and stuff, the cat can be on, it's fine. So I got the boys in here sleeping. They were stuck in the house all day yesterday because I can't have them outside with their chainsawing and doing all this craziness stuff. So so I don't know, man. I just always thought that Carolina was going to be there. they were going to be their Achilles heel was always going to be their offense, man. And I mean, their top guys haven't looked that good either. Slavin's been invisible. And Aho hasn't done much for me. So what do you think? Oh, you're muted still. You're still muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, they're running into a hot goalie like Bobrovsky, man. This guy has just become the Vezina type self. And yeah, I mean, Carolina scored goals against New Jersey, maybe because of their goaltending and their defense a little weaker. But man, they can't get nothing by this guy.
Did you see what they said is save? You don't have to mute right now. You're good. I'm not hearing anything from the background.
Yeah.
Did you see what his save percentage is just for this series?
No, what, like
9.75.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
crazy,
dude. And he's let some goals in. So we're off. The game is kicked off. You're probably going to be a little bit ahead of me as I am streaming. 10-1 in the last 11 games for Florida. They only lost 1 to the Leafs. Oh, we got a penalty already. What are they warning? What's going on? Something happened, which 8 seconds in, Kachuk and Stahl went to war or something. Huh. I really wish I would pay for this, Rico. If they had like $10 a game, you could get the mic'd up players, like just talking shit to each other. I would,
for sure.
You know how much more money hockey would make? I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, like it'd be just like pay-per-view Stanley Cup Finals. It would be so good. What they need.
The thing is, there's so much foul language, though. They'd have to have somebody on the mute button pretty quick.
No, I don't mind the foul language. That's what I'm saying. You pay it. You pay for it.
Yeah,
It's not offered to the public. It's you.
Yeah.
It's not broadcast. I mean, it is broadcast, but you get it. Hey, Vernon, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming in. You are the first. So I'm just wondering. Throw Vernon's comment up there. I'm just wondering.
Oh my God.
What?
Fuck. Florida came out and scored, man.
Oh, did they? We already got a goal on this. Oh, what a drop pass.
Unbelievable.
What a drop pass. Oh, yeah. Verhaeghe in the front. You know what? Good for them. I hope they destroy them. I hope not because I don't. Here's why. Florida's winning this series, right? Florida's winning this series. Is there any doubt that Florida's winning this series? So I'll tell you my rationale behind this, Rico. And I want the Stanley Cup to be over by the time June comes around. Because I like being outside paddleboarding, doing outdoor stuff like that. So every time Florida scores a goal, they should play Katy Perry's song "Roar." You'll have to explain that one to me, Vernon, because I'm not sure. So we got Florida 1-0. My high tech speed, Vernon. It's awesome to have you in here. By the way, hold on. Let me edit this. I was not prepared. Game 4, Eastern Conference Finals. Live and in progress, right? All right. So we got my boy Vernon, fellow Caps fan, by the way. I saw a hilarious one today. Somebody bitched about the Dallas fans singing all the small things and then the whole crowd singing. And they're like, this is Colorado's thing. And then this fan of the Capitals tweeted, ooh, Slavin is banged up. Oh, okay. He's okay. Yep. Did Bennett just destroy Slavin? Bennett's a good Ontario kid. Okay, he looks. Oh, he's not okay. He is not okay.
He's not okay.
He is not okay. He is not okay. Well, I missed it. I missed the hit.
Oh my God.
Okay, you just saw the replay. Was it Sam Bennett?
Oh yeah, and like it was a clean hit, man. But he just laid Slavin hell out, and he's gone to the dressing room.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Holy.
He does not look. Look at Bennett. Bennett's a killer, dude.
My.
Slavin doesn't know where he's at. Oh my God, this is awful. He is a good damn player too.
Oh
wow.
Oh yeah,
I'll bet
concussion
Brendan Moore
spotters
is
took
just
him right off
losing
the
his
ice.
mind.
Yeah, you're losing
Okay.
3-0 in this
Oh, he has
series,
the
and all of
puck.
a sudden your
Okay.
best
Oh my
defenseman just gets
God,
laid out.
what a perfect hit. You know what it is? It wasn't even the hit. It's that he hit his head on the boards on the fallback. Oh, he's stiff as a board. He got knocked out. He doesn't even know where he is right there.
And
Yeah,
Florida's got the power play too.
What a great hit by what? They're getting a power play?
Florida's getting a power play here.
Oh, Florida is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was a clean hit. I mean, Sam Bennett couldn't have played that better. What a hit. Oh, my God. I love Slavin, too. I think the world of that guy. I would love to have him on my team any day of the week. Oh, wow. Man. Oh, my God. They're showing this play. It's definitely his head hitting the eye and the Geico thing there.
Yeah.
Wow. So Vernon says he hopes the Panthers win the cup. You know what, Vernon? I don't care who wins. I liked all 4 teams. There's a reason to root for everything. There is a little bit of me, though, that feels like, after Sutter talked a little bit of smack about my boy Matthew Tkachuk, I was just like, I wouldn't mind seeing him win a Stanley Cup. So, yeah. Just because I was like, dude, how do you not like that guy? I mean, to me, I don't understand how Sutter didn't get along with him, because that cat is everything you want in a hockey player.
Florida beat the Leafs, so now that Florida beat the Leafs, I kind of want them to win the cup, because the other 3 teams, there's a good shot they'll be back there. They're built.
How much better will you feel as a Leafs fan, even though you lost in 5?
Yeah,
the Stanley Cup winner, because you lost to Tampa last year and they made it to the final. But you have some doubt in that, because you know what? They lost to Colorado. I would have liked to have seen the Leafs in Colorado in the finals. That would have been one of the best finals ever. And the Leafs were playing so good. Man, Florida's getting some chances, bro. I wonder if I told you this, though, and I said this from the get. The moment they won that 4 overtime game, I said they're winning the series.
Yeah.
Pearlo said no. I said no. That is such a debilitating, thing.
Yeah.
So, all right, I promised the guy that I said that once we got live. So. So real quick, when we go to break, I want to ask you some more about the Leafs GM, and if it's not Tree Living. I actually think Tree Living would be a good GM for them.
Yeah.
I think if things go a couple different ways, like I blame Sutter last year against Edmonton. They should have beat Edmonton, no problem. I don't understand. They were way more talented team. But I guess Chris Tanev, just defensively, they needed that extra body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Markstrom had a hard time too against Edmonton.
They got to trade him. I keep Vladar. They have that Wolf kid that's going to play. So, and then, they should hire their AHL coach. He's like, that's the guy they need to bring in, I think. So, anyway. Yeah. And I heard you guys are reloading your whole AHL. I mean, if you make the playoffs in the AHL and you make this second round, I mean, there's a lot of parity in the AHL too, right? I just kind of thought with the Marlies that bad for the. Is it their fault there's no talent in the. They traded everybody. That's why I said it. I felt like I heard today somebody say I had to watch, so I cannot watch Kipper and Bourne live anymore. They're on too early, and it's just I got other stuff going on that time of day. So, and usually I just listen. Yeah, they come on at 11 for me usually. Now they're coming on at like 10, and they're only an hour, right? So I mean, it's like I can just listen to. I just watch the YouTube video after the fact. So. Vernon says, if we can't beat them, then I hope nobody does. Yeah. I mean, Vernon, Caps fans, we kept losing to Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh kept winning the Stanley Cup. It's like Ovechkin said in 18. Yeah, we were winning. Once they knew they beat Pittsburgh in the second round, he's like, no, we knew we were winning the cup. Like they just had the confidence that they were winning the cup, It's pretty crazy. So wow, I'm really surprised. Well, Barkov being back for them is huge. Huge. Oh, penalty. Interference. Is this on Gudas? Yeah, Florida needs to play hard and heavy, but they need to be as classy as they can. Where's the interference? Okay. Oh, okay. He just went back to hit Aho for like, oh, you checked me into the ports. Here's what I do.
My internet's being a little screwy right now.
You're okay. You're okay. Yeah, your face is coming out. Oh, yeah, you could. Okay, we lost Rico. I'm gonna take him out. I'll take him out of the stream when he gets back. We'll figure it out. Rico having some problems. Carolina on the power play. For those of you, we're not really doing play-by-play. This is a hockey meetup. We're just BSing. Let me while I'm waiting for Rico to get his stuff. Rico, you may want to log out and log back in, or if you can connect to Hardwire, that's always better. Yep, that's all right. Good to go, man. When I kick you from the studio. No, I'm just going to kick them. All right, real quick. So, yeah, it's 13:58 left in the second. Florida's up 1-0. Carolina's on the power play, about a minute to go in that power play. Just to give you kind of a thing, we're doing the watch long, ride along thing here. I'll put some audio on here. I don't know. Hopefully you can't hear that audio, but just trying to listen to what's going on real quick. Let me treat out the stream, see if we can get people to show up. All right, here we go. All right. Time to hunt.
5 seconds remaining on the Gooders penalty. 1-0 lead for Florida. Anthony Duclair with a goal. 41-second tip. Avian Park come off the late offside. And now the whistle. Talking about the set play by Carolina. Here's Jarvis. If he movement, Aho's going to work himself up. Burns is going to move here, but watch the quick little move here by Jarvis.
Right.
Looks like he's going to go in.
Let's see. I got Rico. Yeah, Rico, I got your message. If you're watching on the YouTube or whatever, we're good to go. We lost Rico because of some internet problems, but we'll be back, and we're going to have Pearlo at some point. So, going to be real interesting. Carolina's penalty is over. 12:50 to go. Canes are bringing it out of their own end. I'll do a little bit of play-by-play to just kind of go with the flow here. Dumped in by Carolina. Forecheck put on by Stahl on Kachuk. Him and Teravainen and Martinook are fighting for it in the corner. They work it out, throw it on net. It's deflected into the corner. Kachuk whacks it around, but it's recovered by Martinook. Canes are going to be playing with a high level of desperation. Martinook chips it around back, throws it in front I think he was looking for Stahl. Then thrown in front of the goal by Pesci. Boy, he's a great goalie. Pesci throws it back on net, and Bob holds it. 3 shots on goal for Carolina, 2 for the Florida Panthers. We are 12-11 left in the first. Those of you watching, I'm probably a little bit behind you. We don't have a ton in right now, but so I'm going to throw it out there. Do you want the team your team loses to in the Cup finals to be the Stanley Cup champion? And I I like that. I think I always feel like, yeah, if you lose to that team, you want them to win, right? Like I remember when my wife's team beat the Rangers, beat my team in the conference finals, and I told her, go win the cup, go win. And they lost to the Kings in 5, and they could have been in that series, but it was so disappointing they didn't do better. And she was sad, but like whatever, it's like she got over it, but it's like, and I always wonder, like, could the Caps have given the Kings a better matchup? And you just don't know, and that would have been a great series too. Not that LA, New York isn't possibly the best thing you could have in the NHL, the number 1 and number 2 media markets in the US. Also, I feel like, there's not a lot of fanfare for these Final Four, but I've really enjoyed this. I thought the games have been really good and real interesting. So hopefully we get Rico back soon. We're still on a commercial break. So I was going to ask you guys, and I wanted to see, let me see. I was going to ask the stream. I have to pretend like there's someone here, right? Yeah. The Jamie Benn suspension. You got 2 games. Elliot Friedman just said Nosen left too. So they're down Nosen and Slavin. Oh, wow. This is gonna be anyway. 2 game suspension for Jamie Benn. I was surprised. I actually thought he didn't deserve a game. Not because I didn't think it was bad, but and then he gave the explanation that he was falling and I don't know. I felt like, it's kind of a really bad excuse. You were falling, but you had to choke the guy out. We got a whistle here, 11:40. Luostarinen, I think, got hammered by Stasny. That was kind of a hit from behind. Forsling got hit pretty good too. Reinhardt by Shea. Canes are going to be thumping like big time. It was a face-off, so no penalty there or anything. I think everything was all above board. So it's a heavy checking game. It doesn't hurt that Florida came out and scored right away. And Bob holds on to it again. They're just slinging the net. They're throwing the puck at Bobrovsky. Teravainen threw the puck at Bobrovsky. So anyway, so here we go. Hey Siri, turn on the office lights. I'm going to keep the office lights on. We can bring up get a little bit more light in here. So 11:30 left, and the first I have. Did we get another penalty call? I think Aho is going in the box for something. He's not happy, but he is going in. Sebastian Aho. Oh, interference. Easy call. I don't know why he's crying. He took down Ekblad with a cross check. It was interference. The call they made on Gudis was just as good of a call. So we got Rico back. Let me bring him in. Hey. Everything good?
Yeah, something just crashed and I just have to reset everything.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, did your wireless thing crash?
Something, yeah. Yeah, I'm not hardwired right now, so.
Oh, are you? Well, I was going to say you're not coming in clean, but you're using your computer this time instead of your phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you use your phone, you come in a little bit cleaner, but that's all good. All right, so Florida on the power play. The thing is, like, if you're Florida, do you just decline the power play? It's like the Carolina's PK is so good, it's so dangerous. You're just like, nah, I don't want that penalty. I wonder if you've ever seen that. What a shot. Sam Bennett is buzzing. Right? Dude, I did a little play-by-play while you were gone because I was like, I gotta talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh no, I took a prop tonight, Sergei Bobrovsky or Anderson under 27.5 shots on him tonight because I figured Florida just be dumping it out, not going hard to the net and everything. But man, they're
dude,
playing
you're
like
gonna
they're
hit
down
that.
3-0 here.
You're gonna hit that because Florida has a goal and they only have 2 shots on net.
Oh yeah, that's good. Sweet.
Yeah, so you're looking good. Carolina and the other thing has they have 5 already. But you know, some of them they've just thrown on the net. So I'll tell you with the modern metrics and stuff, it's high danger chances I look at. It's not the shots on goal is a pointless stat now, I think. I don't know where you come out on that one, but shots on goal is like,
yeah.
What should we hockey jerseys? What should we? I'm trying to get
Oh,
feel free to put this in my mystery package. Oh yeah, give it to her. Yeah. Oh, Florida on the power play. Goal. Don't worry about spoiling it, man, because I'll go back and watch. Is this Matthew Tkachuk? It is. What a baller. And you know what? I just thought, okay, I said earlier I thought it was a thing if the Canes were going to win, but you know, the other thing, and I didn't say it before the broadcast, if we get the floodgates of Florida just coming out like Vegas did. Oh, dude, what a play. What a play. He just throws the puck in front. Tkachuk regathers it and just beats him 5-hole. And there's no one there. He's not covered. This is where Slavin being out has got to be killing them. So
see Tkachuk's old man. Keith Tkachuk's in the crowd having a full blown here now.
Keith Tkachuk. Yeah, he could stand to lose a few pounds, but dude, he was one of my favorite players growing up. And I know he played for the Jets, Yotes, and Blues, and then at the tail end of his career, Atlanta. But just a beast of a player. Never won a cup. Is Aho going back? Oh, Aho's going back. Oh, Wes McCauley. He's not. What's happening? What's he pissed off about?
If Aho's still crying about that, interference.
Is he got interference? He got an interference call again?
It looks like he just took down Gudis and he's complained again. Then they cut the commercial when they showed Brind'Amour losing his shit on the bench.
Nope. Well, I haven't seen Brind'Amour losing. We didn't get the Brind'Amour losing his crap. We got Matthew going. We got Keith Tkachuk going nuts. Okay, I'm at a commercial break. So this is crazy, man. I expected this. I expected this to be a tight game. I figured Carolina wouldn't go quietly, but you know what? Slavin's done because of that hit. Now Noesen is out. Stefan Noesen, who's been one of their guys that can score. But that's the thing. This team is just devoid of
what happened to him?
Talent. I don't know. Friedman said he went to the.
What happened to Nason?
I don't know. Friedman just tweeted out he was not coming back. Here, let me. Friedman at.
Wow.
Friedman says Nason also left the bench. Yeah, if Slavin comes back into this game, the protocols are bullshit because he is concussed. He is concussed. You know what I'm saying? Like you saw. Yeah. Oh, Vernon saying Carolina getting swept in the conference final again. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Vernon. And this is why I don't agree with Pearlo.
Florida penalty. What? Sorry. Keep
going.
It was a Florida penalty, Lester Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah, there's already been a lot of calls. I'm kind of surprised Wes McCauley. Sorry, what
were you saying to Vernon there?
Calls I saw, I thought were legit. But I'm getting Maurice with Redmond here. Let me see what she said.
I just can't believe Florida just doesn't stop coming at you like in a do or die game for Carolina, man.
Maurice is so chill. I would love to, you know, how crazy is this? Maurice coached Carolina. He got fired before he could get it done there because he couldn't get it done. They bring in Laviolette, and a few years later they get it done with Laviolette. But I didn't see the penalty at all. This is fucking terrible garbage what's going on in the NHL now, where they take these commercial breaks and don't have a package to show us when we get back. So I didn't see anything. Like, come on, man. This should feel like being at the game, you know? At least they're finally going to like the wider camera and stuff. TNT's doing a really good job with their stuff for the most part. But so anyway, I think Aho is bitching about that penalty he got called on. Can do you hear that audio on my end if I have it on there?
Slightly, but it doesn't bother me though. I kind of listen to it as I go.
The big thing is I don't want to get copyrighted.
Oh, copyright. So, yeah.
So I don't care. I mean, like it's like it has to be over like 30 seconds or whatever. Yeah, that hit on Slavin was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Just a clean hit too, man. Not much you could say about it.
Oh, this guy says, "Holy crap, Sam, that man has a family," on the response to the tweet. Everybody's just like, amazing. Slavin collapsed like a manic. Slavin is on another planet right now. Opposite side of net, but Clark on Bruce Bell vibes. Wow. That's a throwback. Mark Scheifele got 4 games for no, guy. No, you're a dumb shit. What a dumb shit. That's not correct. Oh my God, the carnage in JR's voice. Slavin should not return. Oh, they scored. Carolina scores. Carolina scored 2-1. Bob had a chance to save it too. So Bob had a chance to save it and he didn't. Oh well. Yeah, beer time. I got the beer. I got it in the Yeti though.
Yeah.
I mean, I will show you what brand it is. This is coming to Ontario soon. Labatt's big.
Yeah. I know. I heard.
You know, I like it, man. It's like 4.5%. Are they challenging for anything here? Man, if Bob he falls on it, he didn't see it though. What a play. Good play by Stastny being opportunistic. I mean, Carolina needed this is probably good for the game because Carolina, you know, if they just aren't scoring enough goals. If Florida goes up like 3-0, it's over. You know. There's
been a lot happening here in the first period, and there's just like 7 minutes left, man. It feels like this period should be done by now. Like there's been a lot going on here.
I got 6:36. Oh, a little bit of a breakaway here for Verhaeghe. He slows it down. Oh, dude. You can't make that backhand pass cross. You got to make whatever you think the smart play is, you have to make that because if you try to make like an advanced stretch play on this Carolina team, they just play way too good defensively. You're just basically giving them the puck. So, yeah, that was a good goal by Stastny. And that's another guy like low key. I wouldn't mind seeing win a Stanley Cup, you know. Like Burns is a guy on there. I like him. I like a lot of I just think Carolina, their window is not shut. So this will be disappointment for them again, but they're in this game next year easily, I think, because Boston's not going to be as good. Toronto's not going to be as good. Those are Atlantic teams, right? But I don't think Pittsburgh's better. They'll probably be, we'll see. It looks like Dubas might be their guy.
Rico. Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, he's Fenway Sports and Entertainment type and analytic type of guy. You know, he's a bit of a fixer, you think.
Did you hear Kipper today on this subject? Because I don't want to hash it if you did.
I don't know if I did. I was listening in and out.
Okay, so here's what he said. So Dubas leaves MLSC because he doesn't like having to go to Shanahan, but he doesn't ever have to answer to MLSC. Like they don't interfere with the hockey, right? That is not the case with the Fenway group. They're very much involved in like day-to-day stuff. So I wonder, like, you just complained. And the rumors are that you wanted more money and more power for Toronto. I do think that all those are true. I just think he thought, you know what? They're not getting rid of me. They waited too long because I think that's why he didn't take the contract, right? Because they offered him a contract in March at the end of the season. So he could have signed it then and then not let it be a distraction. And honestly, I wonder if he does, the players are a little bit more relaxed. Oh, Dubas is coming back in the playoffs. Oh, breakaway. Oh, what a good defensive play by Radko Gudas, man. Wow. You're coming in and out, but I'm just going to let you be okay, Rico. You're all good. So, yeah.
I don't know what's up with my connection tonight.
Do you have, is it Wi-Fi or?
Yeah, it's like the highest speed of Wi-Fi you could have. I mean, my wife's streaming in the other room, but usually I never have an issue.
No, that's okay. Do you have a category, like a LAN cable you can plug in?
I'm too far away from the router to do that.
How far of a LAN do you need? Because that'll be.
I could pick one up, but yeah, probably.
No, don't. I'll send you one. It'll be part of the package. I'll send you Cat 8, which is like gold plated. I could get like 100 feet for like $50. So like, I don't want to send you 100 feet, but like measure it and DM me and I'll send you that so you can do it. Okay. Cause that just for this, like I plug in for these two, man, because I've got the game up. I'm streaming the game. Right. And you don't want your wife to not be able to stream. She should be allowed to stream and stuff too. So, gotta keep happy.
I'm wondering if it's because I've got my Android box plugged into the LAN cable right now that I'm not using. I should just unplug it and shut that Android box off.
Well, I don't know what an Android box is.
It's like a streaming device that just like a internet.
Oh, is it like Apple TV?
Box. Yeah, sort of like
that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
One sec. Let me shut that off.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no worries. So if you're just joining us, I'm so terrible at the updating this. Hold on, let me update the score here. This is hide this. Let's edit it. There we go, 2-1. There we go. I updated the score. What a great defensive play by Gudas on that back check, huh? I get so excited about like defensemen that can skate back. One time, John Carlson was chasing down Sidney Crosby, and this is like John Carlson's first or second year. And I knew he was going to be special because he scored that goal that, I don't know if you remember, Rico. That,
the U.S. goal over Canada?
Yeah.
Short side. I still remember him coming up the off wing and putting it short side on him.
Oh my God! Especially after you guys tied it, and everybody's like, "Oh, Canada's gonna win this," and I was like, "Son of a bitch!" And then Carlson, and I'm like, "He's with the Caps! He's with the Caps!" So, yeah, dude. I mean, look, Canada wins almost everything in hockey, so it's like anytime the U.S. can get theirs, it feels really good for us diehard hockey fans in the U.S. Yeah. And I love the Canadians, man, and I love our Canadian counterparts, but I like kicking their ass too, man. Like, we got to win every once in a while, It's not a rivalry if it's dominated.
Yeah, Canada-US is the best, man. Everything just gets put aside when they play each other, whether it's in the juniors, whether it's the men, wherever, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I watch every level. We're going to end up playing them in this IHHF. I know it. Yeah. I know it. We're 7-0 right now, and you guys haven't played that well, but that don't mean shit. Canada plays when it matters. When it gets down to brass tacks, they're going to play well in the playoff.
Well, they got to get through Finland first.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If they don't beat Finland, though, there's no shame in that. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
I mean, so here's the thing. The Soviets and the Russians are two different things to me, because the Soviets were more than one country. You know what I'm saying? Like the Russians are the Russians. You know, like the Russians are basically, since the fall of, you know, the Soviet Union, then it's Russia. Because like back in the day, they used to take all the players from those areas. You know what I'm saying? So their talent pool was much larger. Oh, Bennett Mouse scored again, eh? Boy, Bennett is having a great game. I'm a fan of him, man. I always wondered why Toronto didn't try to get him. I heard they had a chance to get him. It would have cost them like Robertson, which they should have done it. Because that guy's from there, and he's exactly what I thought they needed, like a defensive, tough forward. So, what show is your wife watching?
Yeah, no, Sam Bennett, man, he stands out. When I went and watched that Toronto game against Florida, man, live, like Sam Bennett really sticks out. Him and Tkachuk really stuck out on that team.
Yeah, it's when you go see him live. That's why I tell you this year I made the trade of trading Austin Matthews, because I saw him play in Vegas early, and I said, you know what? He doesn't have it this year. Something's up. He just didn't stick out in the game. Now, Marner looked really good in that game, but he was it. I mean, the Leafs looked terrible against Vegas. So it's probably good that you guys lost, because I'll tell you right now, man, Vegas is winning the cup, bro. They're winning the cup.
What if Vegas plays Florida again in the Cup final, and everybody picks Vegas again, just like every other series?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be sad if it's Florida, though. Well, yeah, no, but I mean,
but you think the puck stops there if they play Vegas?
I hope it's a 7-game.
Florida plays Vegas.
You know what? I hope it's a 7-game series, just an epic 7-game series. We need it. Hockey needs it, and honestly, dude, those are two of the best destination places. And if they can have the final before the end of this week start, or like this weekend, Florida, it's Fort Lauderdale basically is where they play. Okay, their arena's right by the ocean. It's badass. Okay.
Yeah.
And Vegas. I mean, are you kidding me?
Can you imagine working in media? The guys working in media,
they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it
from Miami to Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, New York's one thing to be the media on the road in New York, but then you got the traffic. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck downtown. It's busy. You know, you can't really go anywhere because everybody sees you and stuff too.
You don't drive it. You don't drive. Have you been to the city?
No.
Have you ever been?
No.
Dude, you should.
Not to New York. No.
You should come down. So next year we're going. My wife has to go for their 90th or something. She's like, we're going. And I have picked the last few vacations. So you should come down, man. And we just rent an Airbnb in like Manhattan. Well, oh my God. Bennett is buzzing. He got a great scoring chance at the end of the period. Oh, and they got icing on Carolina. The Lucerina looks banged up a little bit too from that neck. Oh, he elbowed him in the face. That was kind of a dirty play by Nekis, or Marty Necas. I'm a big Necas fan, actually. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like, Carolina just is devoid of any offensive talent right now. They've got good guys, but if Svechnikov is there, it makes a difference. You know, because then the top line has to shut Svechnikov down. Then you push those other guys down, like Necas and Teravainen, and it's getting chippy. It's getting chippy. Aho and Barkov. Ooh, yeah. You know, we just need to fight. We just need to fight, man. We just need to fight. Well, we're at the intermission. So, how do you feel? What show is your wife watching? What is she watching?
I found her a show on the box there. It's Superman and Lois. I put on Succession for her last night to try to get her to start watching it, but she didn't really get into it. She likes the superhero stuff, so I put on Superman and Lois for her, and she's starting
Did
from
she go
season
see?
1 now.
I haven't seen that show, but I hope it's good. Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy? Did you guys go see Guardians of the Galaxy?
I put it on for her a couple nights on the box. She watched it here.
Oh, okay. Did she like it?
Yeah. Yeah, she liked it. Yeah, she fell asleep. That's why I had to put it back on further.
My wife is in Arizona. We went to the theater to see it. It's the first movie we've gone to the theater in a while together. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm really super worried that it's going to be one of Marvel's last okay. McAfee just tweeted out something that we'll share with the stream. If you're an NFL fan, you got an NFL team? Or are you Bills fan?
I'm a Bills fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Not now. I don't need notifications on my thing. Okay. Let's see what okay, so McAfee just tweeted, because I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be on. This affects you because the Jets are in your division. He goes, what does he say? I can't wait for you to hear Rodgers in its entirety tomorrow. But this was cool. Rodgers filling the New York City. Oh, this is Adam Shine. This is Adam Shine. McAfee retweeted it. My bad. Adam Shine, who's a sport. Rodgers filling the New York City Sports Center. You watch the 30 for 30 on the 86 Mets who captured the city. Legends. He gets it. Gonna be just like his Jets. Jets fans will love this. I'll say this, man. I would love to see the Jets be good. I'm a New York Giants fan.
Yeah.
So, same city. We play in the same arena, but different conference, right? And the Giants have won 4 Super Bowls in my lifetime, been to 5. Wish we didn't even go to the 5th one, honestly. Didn't want to go to play that Baltimore team in the Super Bowl back in the early 2000s. If the Minnesota Vikings could have gotten their crap together, the number 1 offense would have played the number 1 defense, and that would have been a fun game for everybody to watch. And as a fan, I didn't want I knew the Giants weren't ready, and they weren't. They got beat. Oh, the Leafs are trending 4,000. Oh, the passing of Leafs alum named Marv Edwards. Marv played 25 games with the 69-70. The Dockbird family. So fellow Leafer passed away. Bruce Campbell.
Tina Turner passed away today too.
Yeah, man, we don't need another hero. Did you watch the Mad Max in the Thunderdome?
No, I remember the show, but I've never watched it.
Oh, you never saw the movie? Well, she's in it. She plays the bad
guy.
I
remember the movie Mad Max. I started watching it a couple times at Charlize Theron. I started watching.
Oh, not that one. Not that one. This is Mel Gibson. This is like way back in the day.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
Mad
I've heard
Max
of it, but I've never seen it. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Tina Turner.
Oh, you know what? You know what movie I watched the other day was Air, the Jordan shoe movie with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. It was all right. A little bit too much hype for it, but it was okay. You've heard of that movie, Air? Like the new.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, it was a good movie.
You liked it? It was all right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a true story, and they stuck to the story pretty well. Sonny Vaccaro's still alive, the guy that Matt Damon. He was on Dan Patrick not too long ago. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's I thought they did a good job.
Yeah.
And it truly is game changing what Jordan asked for, and they gave it to him because it changed everything. It's probably one of the most monumental things to happen in U.S. sports because that deal. I mean, Jordan makes $400 million a year from the Jordan brand. To this day.
Yeah. Well, good thing he asked for that percentage of the shoe sales, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You just heard 400 million, right?
Yeah. I know. That was just a negotiating point. Nobody had done that before.
He didn't make, here's the deal that a lot of people don't remember. You may not. The NBA didn't have a salary cap for a long time. Jordan didn't make shit. his last year with the Bulls, he made like $30 million, or the last couple years, but he was like a $2 or $3 million a year player. He didn't care about what he made because he was already making so much money with the shoes. I'm telling you, it was such a game. Like that's why people don't understand. Like LeBron makes a shit ton of money to play basketball, But back in the day, a lot of these teams that were good, that their top guys just didn't take a ton of money. And, like Jordan figured it out. If he won championships, he was going to be good. So did you see the Dallas fans throwing see
popcorn all over their goalie? Yeah, they're throwing popcorn everywhere and beer cans on the ice.
Oh, off the wall is around. Is he streaming? I don't know. Here, I'm going to have to get off my own stream. See if Off the Wall is streaming. We're going to shout out Off the Wall. He is not. Okay. Go back to our own stream here. Our stream. I would just like to get about 10 people in here to BS with us, and just ask questions and stuff. So I got Gretzky.
He's the opposite, right? Yeah. Carolina was on their heels a little bit. Florida was attacking. They got up 2-0. Carolina didn't break. They bent, but they didn't break. And the hit, that was one of the best hockey hits I've seen in a long
Wayne Gretzky said that was one of the best hockey hits he's seen in a long time from Sam Bennett on Slavin.
One of the best 200-foot players in the league. We're going to show you why with this clip. And just on the back check in the back picture here, he's going to scan the.
Bennett hit him. Bennett hit him with his left shoulder, his weak side arm too. You see that?
I'm telling you, Rico. The only reason that hit did anything is because he fell back and his head hit the boards. I think he's probably fine. Oh.
As I said, most guys shoot this puck. A great feed over to Duclair. And how about Duclair off the first stop, going and grabbing that rebound, getting back to that blue paint.
So Duclair scored one of the goals.
We see there, you get a bounce, but
I'm listening to Biz break down the goals here. I don't know. I was just trying to hear.
Yeah, you could turn it up a bit.
Well, I don't want it to be. I don't want to get copyrighted. So, yeah. I mean, it's okay if it's like in the background, but it's just like I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah. So,
dude, well, one thing I'm not gonna have on tonight, and I probably won't wear it even if they make the next game and extend the series. I put away my Jamie Benn jersey, man. That thing is gone, dude.
Let's talk about that while we're waiting. Do you think he deserved 2 games?
No, not 2 games, dude. He was out 2 minutes into the game.
He missed the whole game. To me, he shouldn't get suspended at all.
No,
I will say his bullshit explanation. I just fell. I lost my balance, and so you checked him in the throat. You cross-checked him in the throat.
No.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, they talked about it on Fan 590 today too, that, he left the building and people were pissed because he skated off the ice right away. But I guess they crawled it back a bit by saying maybe he did that because he knew he was going to get a hearing on it and he didn't want to talk to the media after in case he said something that he shouldn't have said or whatever. But at least he could have acknowledged something instead of just not saying anything. Like, I don't want to speak to the media on this. I know I'm going to get a hearing, I'll address it after type thing, but he never said anything until after the fact. So
I'll just say this. I like Jamie Benn. The year he played with basically a broken hip and got 4 points to beat Crosby for the Art Ross just makes me warm and fuzzy. I will never forget that. That always made me so happy. And it's not because I'm that big of a Jamie Benn fan. It is because I hate Crosby. Just kidding. I don't hate Crosby. But I'm saying, what a ballsy performance by him. And it sucks that I just think he made a really bad decision and then he made another one. And it's like, you ever watch I mean, this almost happened to me this year, dude. I made a couple bad decisions out in the woods here, and dude, not 150 yards from my house, I could have died. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just make, and I made like one upon another, upon another, upon another. I just felt like Ben made a bad decision, and then he made another one by cross-checking him in the neck, and then he made another one today by saying he was off balance and he fell. Come on, no, you were not.
Yeah.
You were not. But I'll say this. I didn't think it was any more egregious than the Pietrangelo slash. Although I agreed with that penalty. I agreed that Petro should have got the game. It was sort of towards the end of the game, but they should have gave him a game. They gave Nurse a game too, but honestly, that probably benefited Edmonton, honestly. But for the instigator thing on the other side of the thing, but for me, I don't think Ben deserved his suspension, but like 2 games. They must have hated his answers, because when you get the suspension, they talk to you, right? So they did not buy what he was selling. So the fact that he said he was off balance, I think they probably took that worse. If he'd have just said, "Hey, I effed up. I was trying to get, the building going."
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it changed the game, dude. I mean, like, honestly, I was working on the yard stuff. I listened to the game on the radio and just did a chainsaw because I got so much chainsawing to do. So for me, I was super disappointed that he made that decision, and it just kind of affected here. I'm gonna mute you. We're just getting a little bit of the feedback there. My bad. There you go. Rico, I muted you real quick just because we're picking up the wife's TV show a little bit. But just when you're ready to talk, unmute. But what do you think about that suspension? You think he deserved 2 games?
I don't think he deserved 2 because it was so early in the game. It was a pivotal game. Obviously, he did something stupid. It was a brain fart, and it's basically getting a whole game when you do it that early. So, yeah, to get 2 games and not just 1 extra game seemed a little bit harsh. But one thing about Ben is Ben feels like one of those last of the old-time hockey players where he probably would have had a good career pre-2005, like when Crosby came into the league and they got rid of all the clutching and grabbing and everything.
Yeah, no.
It feels like one of those players that would have been good back then, but now,
I think he. I mean, dude, the guy won an Art Ross. He's got the skill. He just had a lot of injuries because of how he plays the game, and so he's spent a lot of his career, especially the latter part here, the last few years, on the injury list. But if you look at his numbers, like, he's borderline, like, that guy's going to be a borderline Hall of Famer. I mean, if Dallas goes on and wins a cup here in a year or 2, which they could easily do, like, they're going to be in the mix again next year. Like, so, like, for them, I don't know why you'd,
There's like 3 borderline Hall of Famers on that team: Pavelski, Seguin, and Ben. I mean, Seguin's got a cup.
Well, and Heiskanen too, man. If that guy ever,
well, if he stays on the trajectory, he is absolutely playing half a game for 15 years.
They just showed Bobrovsky in the locker room, just zoned out, like nothing is around him, eating a banana. Hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
just like
making 10 bananas a year.
Hey, you know what?
Leave me alone, fellas.
The guy won 2 Vezins. People are acting like this guy is like a fucking AHLer that came up and is saving the day. The guy was one of the best goalies in the NHL for 10 years. You know, it's like he's already got Hall of Fame numbers. If they go on to win the cup, and when they kept saying Ottinger was the best goalie, I was like, no, it's Bobrovsky. Then you go Hellebuck. But Hellebuck, man, like, I don't know what happened there, dude. Like, he's
one thing with Bobrovsky is you signed a goaltender. Oh, I just saw him eating a banana thing. But if you signed a goaltender like Bobrovsky to $10 million a year, that contract, people were mumbling about it and stuff. But tell you what, if they win 1 cup out of this, the way Bobrovsky is playing, that whole contract is worth it. So you're off the hook for the whole.
Yeah. Would you pay $10 million for the Leafs to win a Stanley Cup? I guarantee you would.
For sure. I'd give away 5 years of my life at $10 million a year for a goalie. So,
hey, so here's the thing too, though. Like when they gave that deal, it was a little bit before like Marner and Matthews and all those guys got their deals, right? So like they also thought the cap was going up and a $10 million player would not be that big a deal, you know?
Yeah. Teams like Detroit, teams like Toronto, teams that were spending a lot of money got hurt when the cap started getting introduced into the NHL. I mean, Toronto is putting Nieuwendyk and Lindros and Gary Roberts and all these guys, just paying them at the end of their career. Ed Belfour, just signing all these players to high contracts. And then once the cap hit, boom, the Leafs had to rebuild. And they're getting the Kapanens and the Janssens and the.
So they're not taking the heat for this, but Edmonton did this with McDavid first. They paid him a shit ton of money before they had to. They could have kept him on an RFA deal that was in the 7. And I'll tell you right now, I think if Edmonton would have had flexibility even 4 or 5 years ago with McDavid, they would already have more talent on that team. Because I don't care if you don't like playing in Canada before the pandemic anyway. If they pay you like $3 million more a year to go live in Edmonton, you're going to Edmonton. Ain't that bad a city, you know?
No.
You know, people love living there. How many people are in Edmonton? I mean, it's a big city.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I got a pay raise of another $30,000 a year and to move somewhere else, I'd seriously think about it.
Yeah. Would you move from Barrie to Edmonton if you got a $30,000 a year raise?
Probably.
Yeah. Like that's a pretty decent wage. And I'm guessing that Edmonton might even be cheaper than your area of the woods, right? Because Ontario is kind of expensive, right? I think Toronto is one of the most expensive cities in North America to live in, right? I know you don't live in Toronto.
Barrie's getting bad too, but Barrie's getting bad too because Barrie's becoming a hub north of Toronto.
Yeah, it's close enough to the city.
One of those hub cities.
Yeah, because it's close enough to the city that you can't afford to live in the city, but if but you can drive in and work in the city, right? So
yeah, Barrie's one of those cities where it's 160,000 people now, and all the small towns around Barrie are starting to get expensive to live in because people are commuting to Barrie to go to work now. And anybody that's been living in Barrie for a while has been commuting to Toronto for work.
So yeah. So do you have a house or an apartment?
Yeah, no, I have a house.
Okay. So so do you got like just to understand kind of do you have like a yard or do you have a little bit of land or on top of
it? No, it's a fully detached home. I got 3-car wide garage. I'm 2 houses down from a Walmart. So I'm at a major intersection here. We bought this house from her dad and he was here since like 1989 when the subdivision was first built. So we are close to our neighbor's house. Like there's neighbors everywhere around me, but we've got a big backyard. It's fenced in, it's treed in.
Oh, nice.
I planted this giant Asian silvergrass. Have you ever heard of this stuff?
No.
It grows like 10 to 12 feet. So I planted it along my back fence, and apparently it grows 10 to 12 feet, and it's just a giant grass. If you ever Google Asian giant silvergrass, you'll see what it looks like.
I'm not gonna plant that up here because, dude, I got like an acre to mow. I had to get a John Deere.
Yeah.
It took me 2.5 hours to mow my lawn with a push mower, dude. Like on a routine, 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, and that's
enough time to listen to the Chicklets pod, though. Put the earphones in, listen to the pod.
That's true. Maybe I go back to the push mower when I get old and my wife's at home all the time and retired. So the game's back on. Nason's back on the bench. I'm guessing you got about 19 left in the second, and I'm at
19, 13, 12, 11.
Oh, we're only about 15 seconds off from each other then.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm at 19:05.
Oh man, Florida about scored again. Kachuk and Bennett are making things happen. Ooh. Boy, you know what I'm liking though? Florida is not sitting back. They're putting a lot of pressure on Carolina in their own end. They're making Carolina have to defend perfectly. And they, they know they got them on the ropes. This is what a champion does. You put the guy down when you have the opportunity, right? And they feel that this team is not, they're down 3-0. I mean, I said again, like Carolina doesn't lose at home. They lost 2 at home in this series. Like, that's crazy to me.
But look how they lost, man. 1-goal game, the quadruple overtime.
Whoa.
Like this series could have went either way.
No, I'm not. I know, but that's the thing. Like, this is what I thought in the series against the New Jersey Devils. I just thought the Devils have more talent. If the Devils had a little bit of more playoff experience, they walk through this Carolina team, I think. Because that went 5 games, but they could have won one of the other games. But so that could have been a 6 or 7 game series anyway. But it was because the Carolina defends so well, and they got some puck luck, and a lot of things went in their favor in that Devil series that made it a short series. But like, Toronto didn't look good against this Florida team. Toronto's got way more offensive talent than this. What a hip check, by the way, on the wall there. Was that Mark Stahl on his brother, or was that Gudis? Oh my God.
I think it was Gudis, because Mark Stahl's or Jordan Stahl's talking to Gudis right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gudis came in. Oh.
It was a good hit.
Wow,
it was a good hit.
Yeah, there was already a guy checking. There was already a guy checking Stahl, so he didn't think somebody was going to come in out of nowhere and butt check him.
Well, he's on the puck is there. It was a clean check. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a dirty play or anything though. It's just a clean hip check. We got Salty in the chat. What's up, Salty? Salty, you're my only mod, so I'd love it if you hung out and controlled this crowd. We got a lot of people in the chat, so we're not really doing play-by-play. We're just BSing. Pearlo's supposed to come on. We're going to have a special guest, I think. Yeah, Salty, I 100% agree with you. Salty says, this is the first time I've seen Florida dominate the first period. Rico, what do you think?
For sure, man. I had Carolina to win the first period as one of my bets tonight. I thought they'd just come out flying, get the lead, and just try and play Carolina hockey. But, man, Florida came out firing right away.
They knew that they might try to come out and do that. Do not think your assessment was a bad one. Oh, it was such a good hip check. Clean as hell, man. What are they talking about?
Oh, yeah.
But they keep showing it, so I'm wondering. Yeah. He went right after him, too. You didn't like it.
But when you're in that situation, you're just worried about the guy in front of you. You're not anticipating it.
Yeah, Salty says it's a good bet, man. Like,
also, the surprising contact there, but when Gudis is on the edge, you can't take it for granted.
Yeah. I mean, Gudis, they're treating Gudis. Oh, Carolina just tied it. Flip. Natchez.
Oh, I missed that.
Natchez. Yeah, good goal, too. Like, yeah, Marty Natchez. They needed to get. Oh, is it Teravainen or Natchez? I don't know.
Nice.
Oh, it's Teravainen. My bad. Teravainen just got the puck. Not unlike the Kachuk goal in a really good spot. And Bobrovsky tried to poke. If Bobrovsky doesn't poke because Stahl's there, if he just stands up, he saves it with his shoulder. It's like should have been an easy save. All right, now we got a hockey game. So let me update the thing here because I'm so slow on this.
I was gonna live bet the tie too. I should have.
Well,
talk about 3-1.
We are kind of a betting show.
Yeah,
because Pearlo, man, I mean he's a big. I mean he puts out bets every day. He's betting that.
Pearlo's got his own service and stuff. I don't have my own betting service. Pearlo does.
No, I mean, but dude, I think that's what he does for a living, and like, I think that brings in revenue for them. So the people like that take it super seriously, like, good for them, man.
Yeah, if you can make a living doing it, give her.
Florida goes up 3-0 in this game. I think that Carolina quits, but that Stasny goal was huge. Even if it's 2-0 and they're down slaving, but yeah, just craziness. Well, we got a game. I will say this: if we go to overtime, my dogs eat about 7. So I got all Rico. I got all 3 of them in here sleeping. I'll take a picture. This is hilarious. So I'll have to feed them. I'll have to take a break and feed them if we go to OT. But yeah. Okay. 16 minutes left is what I've got.
Yeah, I got 15:48.
Okay, so you're about 12 seconds off.
Oh, fuck. Anderson's coming up huge here. Anderson's keeping his team in the game.
I don't think Anderson has been bad. I think he's been, Duclair, man. He's already got a goal too. Yeah, but you know what though? I give Florida a lot of credit because they did not sit back. They've been pushing, and even when they had to leave, they've been pushing. So this is not a bad thing that it's tied, but man, there's a sound bet Carolina ain't getting a freaking third goal the way Bobrovsky's been playing. So if you're Florida, you still got to feel confident as shit. I mean, you probably needed to score 3 to win this game anyway. I'm saying this and we're not even halfway through the game, but it could be 6-5 final score, which I wouldn't hurt my feelings anyway. But
no, it's about time we get a little bit of offense in this series, man. Like everything's been low scoring.
I haven't minded the games though, I haven't minded the games. I was hoping to get Sal too. He had some he's not a fan of the tree living thing, so I wanted to get a little discussion in that. So if Sal would have came in and oh my gosh.
They're trying to pump one in there.
Dude, here's what I don't get. Why I don't have the volume on. I'm seeing a lot more liberties taken at the goalies with these things. And that used to just be like a freebie to get your ass kicked, Yeah, I mean, Bobrovsky kicked it up to him and then he couldn't cover it.
Oh, nobody hammered Aho there and he was just trying to jam it into that.
Well, he saw the puck, too, in fairness to him. Maybe that's why the puck is just right there. You can see it. That's why they didn't blow it dead.
And maybe the refs being vocal there, too, saying, puck is loose, And that means you can't just hammer a guy.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, the worst thing was his own player coming from behind him and looking at him. Well, Florida all of a sudden has 14 shots on goal, too, man.
That's why you need that mic on the refs too. Have the refs mic up. It'd be interesting to see what they say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would love to hear all those exchanges. And it would be worth, I'd pay $400 a year to watch all the hockey games uncut.
Or just, or even if you have a pick a player, hashtag pick a player, and you pay for that player and he has something in his ear during the game or something built into his helmet where you can just follow that player's verbal and his own camera or something. Dude, how sick would you to have a micro camera in the guy's helmet you want to follow during that game? So you get video on his eye and you get sound and everything. You got to be 18 plus, whatever. You got to pay for it and whatever, man. That'd be sick.
Well, if you have a credit card, you have to be an adult to have a credit card, right? So
no, but you don't want a 12-year-old kid hearing somebody to go fucking shit on your mom's fucking house.
Oh, it sucks. We have our special guest is here. We've got Mr. Hot Take Hockey, John Viveros. What's up, John?
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
How's it going?
Just chilling, man. Just
yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, got you loud
Yeah,
and
we
clear.
can hear you.
Man. Did you have?
Okay.
I don't want to give away what you're doing, but how'd that go?
Yeah, no, it's good. Just chilling. Yeah, literally just I didn't realize that the second period had already started, so I took a shower and I was like, all right, let's watch the second period. And I was like, you know what? Let me just hop on the call now and chill with you guys for a sec here.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you came in. So pretty good game. That Sam Bennett hit was so clean on Slavin.
Geez, Slavin got knocked heavy there.
I think his head hitting the boards is really what did him in. The hit was really good by Bennett, perfect hit, but it just did him in there.
I mean, the Panthers know how to lay hits. I mean, did you even see that Gudis hip check there?
I thought it was a good, clean hip check, bro. I kind of miss him.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I mean, even if the Hurricanes come back here, it's just how the Panthers get on the forecheck and how their physicality. It's such a playoff style. It's so perfect for this game. The speed too.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll ask. I have a couple questions for you because Rico and I were talking about the Leafs before you came on at the break, but before I get to those. How do you feel your team lost? The Toronto Maple Leafs lost to Florida. If Florida goes on and wins the cup, you feel good about that, right? Are you rooting for Florida now because of that?
I mean, I feel indifferent, to be honest. I don't know. I just think with the Leafs, I feel like I've gotten a different. I mean, maybe this is like tough to say because the Leaf games against Florida were like tight as well, like on the scoreboard. But I just feel like watching Carolina, I feel like realistically, I could see this series like, I don't know, 2-1, for example. I just feel like in the way Toronto was playing against Florida, specifically in game 2 and 3, I just felt like it was Florida's games like all along. So I don't know. I just feel like if had the Leafs shown better for me, Jeremiah, like the bigger players, I'd probably be like on that vibe. I'd be like, okay, I'm cheering for Florida. And then in that way, I mean, the Leafs gave it all they had. They're just facing this team that's just on a different run. Obviously that still applies. The Panthers are on a crazy run here, but I don't watch that series and think Toronto gave it all. I mean, Jeremiah, we talked about it. The Leafs did not deserve that Tampa series, let alone getting games in that Florida series. So
yeah, no, they didn't look good, but honestly, I didn't think it was that Toronto was that bad. I just thought that Florida just played that much better.
Well, yeah, but Bobrovsky's having just, I mean, crazy run.
I honestly don't think somebody went down to the ice. I don't know if that was on.
That was Nasus. Yeah,
it was off a shot. It was off a shot. Yeah, Marty Necas is a hell of a player. Yeah, I think he blocked a shot or something. They finally blew the whistle dead. Anyway,
it was a burn shot. Yeah, so Brett Burns right in the side of the knee.
Oh, did he take? Is that friendly fire? Oh, we lost Hot Take Hockey. Hopefully he comes back. I just tweeted out that he.
Oh my God, dude, he's like getting carried off the ice here.
Yeah, he might have broke something.
That was off the backside of his kneecap, man. Like right where there's no padding.
Dude,
like fucking Brendamore's shaking his head right now. He's like, "What else could go wrong here, boys?"
Oh, we got to get one of these days. We got to get you on video, John. You could show your setup and stuff. I know you're not where you want to be and where.
I'm not at my setup tonight. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, that's okay.
Next time I am.
Well, hey, John, real quick. Anytime you join StreamYard, you can put up a false background. You can put up a blurred or that canned where it's like a really nice house with a piano. You see a lot of guys use that one. Those are all in the StreamYard program. So you can, if you do ever go on camera, you don't have to show your background off is all I'm saying. Okay, and if like Rico is using his computer, which doesn't have a great cam, so his is already kind of blurry and you can't see it real well anyway. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to set up my my man cave downstairs. I just painted the basement.
Yeah,
I gotta get it looked.
I can't wait, Rico. It's gonna look so good. It's gonna go look so good. Man. Yeah, you're good. No worries. It's no stress. Pearlo, when he's with us, he'll join us later. He's usually just doing it from his living room or whatever too. So yeah, not a big deal. So the other question I have for you is how do because I don't get to talk to you like in person a lot. I get to talk at you usually because I'm on your show via a fan in the chat. But just to just to like actually have a hockey conversation with you.
Yeah, of course.
Really so I really appreciate you coming on again. I already tweeted out that you were with us, so I didn't want to.
Yeah, sorry. That's why I didn't realize. I think I just I retweeted it, but it exited me out of StreamYard. But I hope some people come in and chat.
Yeah. Well, we had Salty in here for a bit, but so how do you feel about Tree Living? He was the front runner to be the Leafs general manager. We talked about that, and since.
Yeah, you know what? Another thing I feel kind of indifferent about Jeremiah. I mean, I'll say this: the one thing that really concerns me. And people were looking at the draft in the last few years where Trey Living hasn't done like amazing. But I mean, if you go back to like the mid 2010s, late 2010s, he got a lot of like great picks, like later rounds. So, I mean, even the fact that he got the Dustin Wolf steal in the 7th round, obviously that's the scouting department too, but he was the head of all that. But what I'm saying is like the one thing that was concerning me, looking at some of the contracts, he kind of just panicked and handed out to like Huberdeau, Kadri, Uyghur, like just a few of those contracts he handed out. I don't know. It concerns me a bit because it's like Trey Living for me was a guy that I thought handed out really great contracts. I mean, you look at the Lindholm contract.
Yeah. Anderson, Mikey Anderson.
Yeah, you look at Anderson. You look at
that dude made $4 million a year. Can you imagine if he was on the Leafs?
Yeah, well, I mean, combined. So between Noah Hannafin and Rasmus Anderson, they make under $8 million combined, and those two guys are like
unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable for those two players.
Well, I think Lindholm's got one more year too, and he wants out. Lindholm's been vocal about wanting out of Calgary too.
Let me interject real quick too, Rico. I'm glad you chimed in with the Lindholm thing, but Tree Living, I've been told, and it's been reported that if the Leafs do hire him, he won't be able to work the draft. So Brandon Pridham. Sorry. Pridham, it sounds like he's staying there.
Yeah.
And he'll have to run the draft for the Leafs anyway. So even if Tree Living comes on board.
Oh my God. Lomberg just scored. There's no way.
Oh, nice. That's our boy, Hot Take Hockey. If you're just joining us, remember a couple years ago, I go, who's the dude with the long hair? And you're like, oh, Lomberg.
Bro, like, you know what's crazy? Someone just messaged me too and said, oh, the way Lomberg's acting on the ice, he's going to pot one. And this guy just potted one.
I love that guy. That's a guy you want in your lineup, isn't it?
Well, man,
look at him sidestep that hit, got the puck away.
Yeah, he's full. Man, he's 5'9".
He's 5'9",
and he's like an absolute like. He's like
Darcy Tucker.
He's a ball of electricity, man. Guy doesn't stop moving.
Yeah, he's fast as shit. He's awesome. He created this whole thing.
No, I'm just laughing.
He's gonna outwork you when he's on the ice.
Oh my God! What a pass! What a pass, dude! What a pass! From is that Colin White? What a way to give it back.
You know what's funny? Panthers fans were just ripping Colin White for the play on I think it was the Teravainen goal.
Yeah,
but
there's nothing he can do there. That if Bobrovsky doesn't reach at the same time, that shot hits his shoulder. So Bob should be blamed on that goal. You know, that's where you get the goalie poke checking, but the puck's too far away, right, John? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, man, I'll say this right now. Unless the pace like chills out for a second, the one night I bet the under, I'm gonna get screwed here.
Oh yeah, everybody that bet the under is F.
Dude, I didn't touch the over under either, man, and because I just figured this series is taking on a life of its own with unders. I figured Carolina was going to get up to their early lead, so I took them to win the first period, and I figured it'd be like a 3-1 Carolina win. But man,
yeah, my parlay for tonight is Florida win, Tkachuk goal. And then the under.
You already got that. You already got the Tkachuk goal.
Yeah, so I got the Tkachuk goal, but the under is gonna screw me. I mean, hey, if it finishes 3-2 Florida, I win some cash tonight.
I think I think this is it, bro. I'm telling you, and I'll say this, and I told this to Rico. By the way, John, just to do the formal introduction, Rico is from Barrie, and we met through Pearlo, and so.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Barrie, Ontario. I love it.
Yeah, he lives in Barrie, and so John's in the GTA as well, Rico, and you went to Ryerson.
Yeah, in Toronto.
The media school that like Jesse Pollock and those guys went to, and Anna Dua. Shout out Anna Dua. I know that you know her, and you've been doing some NHL things, which makes me really happy. But also, I'm always dismayed because every time I click on there, I have to look at that goofball Pierre Maguire, who I still want to kill.
Man, I think he makes like a few appearances per stream, which is funny.
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to let him do something. They feel sorry for him. But I love seeing you and Lucas on there, and you've been on there, I know, solo too. And it's so good, man. I know that's probably one of the bigger things you've gotten to do, other than like interview Ron McLean. And you got to do the Don Cherry interview too, man. I heard he's 89.
Yeah, I don't think it's probably just not going to happen because it's just because of his age. I mean, the podcast that they're running with him right now, it's 20 minutes every Sunday, and that's all he can really handle. Like, I don't know. You can search it up on YouTube. Yeah, one of their it's not really a family friend, but it's just a guy that works for the Toronto Sun. He has a good connection with the Cherry family.
Yeah, you interviewed his son. You have a
So the person from Toronto Sun, he interviewed Don Cherry recently for like 3 minutes, but it's like 3-minute interview. That's about it. Like, the guy's he's older now. He just can't really handle longer things. So I was trying to convince his son to like let him appear for 5 minutes, but I didn't want to keep pushing that, so.
Yeah, that sucks. The only thing is, man, it would just be cool to get like a really nice interview with him on the record before he goes. And not to say just because you did, but just to talk to like a legend, like the legend that guy is. And I know he kind of unceremoniously left the air there and I remember the whole thing because like I love that he supports Canadian troops so much. Stephanie's uncle was in the Canadian Special Forces, Dale. Shout out Dale in Manitoba. But like, so, like I have a really big, like nobody in the US wears like yellow ribbons, which is the US thing, except for like family of the spouses and stuff, or former military people. Right. But like in Canada, they like all wear the poppies, like their coaches are wearing them and stuff. Like, I really like that, man. I think it's a real cool way to honor the troops and stuff. So I understand the controversy around it, but I think, I kind of understood where he was coming from. And I think if he just worded it a little bit differently, he probably isn't working now anyway. Like, obviously, if, he probably just gets to leave on his own terms. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because I also think check out Hot Take Hockey's interview with Ron McLean. Ron McLean's a wordsmith. I mean, I could listen to that guy talk for hours, and it just seems like everywhere he goes, he knows someone in Canada that's involved in hockey. I don't know. And like, the guy appreciates kind of where and how he got in life. And, I don't think it's because it's an accident. The guy prepares probably as good as anybody I've ever seen in media. And every chance I got to watch like hometown hockey in Canada and stuff, which usually was on broadcast when I had satellite, I could watch the Canadian broadcast and watch all the pre and post game stuff because they do it so well. And anyway, I had to say that to you.
No, he's an absolute pro. He's a pro, man. Like, he's a pro of the pros, big time.
Yeah. And so I'm really like proud of you as a friend to get to see you get to talk to that man. And hopefully you just garner. Sorry, guys.
The pups are going crazy.
Yeah. They were all sleeping. Yeah. So John has a dog, Crosby, who routinely makes his stream. I have 3 dogs that are all Crosby size. And so I was telling Rico, they were sleeping in here because Stephanie's out of town. She gets back late tonight. She's doing work stuff. And I'll just show you real quick. We're giving a little bit of, we're going in a little bit of the life of what's going on. So right by my feet here, this is all of it right here. If you can see on the screen.
Oh, cute pups.
Yeah. So there's Bone. He's the white one. The black and white one is KP, but we call him Capes. And then the little one curled up in a ball is Moosey. So there you go. Rico's cat makes an appearance all the time too, John. So we're a pet friendly.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Jeremiah, I was going to ask, maybe you've told me this before, but do you have a favorite, or are you not allowed to pick the favorite among the babies?
Oh, no, I have a favorite. It's KP.
Yeah. That's the white and black one?
Yeah, this is Capes. Yeah, he's my dog. The other 2 love me. a lot, and they're great dogs. But they are
shit disturbers.
No, they're my wife's dog. You know, like they love her. When she's home, they're with her. But KP, he's my guy. My wife bought him for me, and he's just my buddy, ain't you? And so when we picked him up at the airport, I went to go get another dog, and he was like, "No, I'm your dog." Like he talked to me like Bone and Moose. The first 6 months, they didn't bark, nothing. I wish they still didn't bark. Yeah, you were a talker, aren't you? Ain't you?
So KP, even when like Steph is home, KP will be all over you.
Yeah, he still stays with me.
I love that.
Yeah, for the most part, he goes to his mama, but and he'll stay with his mama from time to time, especially if he's mad at me. Right? Yeah, he's a good guy, but he also like Bone is that way too. Bone before was my dog. Moosey is very much he like the little one. He likes his own space. He doesn't sleep in the bed. He kind of is our little aggressive. He's very much like Crosby's demeanor, John. So yeah. Anyway, we talked a lot about the dogs at the 7-minute mark. But yeah, no, I could talk dogs and I love them. But no, anyway, man, I really wanted to convey that to you auditorially. I think I did write a very I edited it. Which I just, because my arthritic hands, I'll misspell a bunch of stuff. But on YouTube stuff, I always try to comment and leave something pertinent to all your videos. Because again, shout out Hot Take Hockey. You do such a good job. I hope.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate that. Honestly, like you've always been like very supportive, and I mean, it's I'll never put it lightly that like someone like yourself, like it's just. It's good to shoot the shit with like very genuine people versus like I mean I like bantering with people online, but like I feel like there's just a lot of people that are just not genuine or not like they're just trolls, I guess. So
like from the get-go with you, man, you would cue in on my questions because you knew I was asking hockey questions or whatever, and I just feel like I've had a connection with you from like an early time, even like when I wasn't coming around to your streams like a diehard. Because like I knew who you were and I was seeing your stuff and it was getting in my timeline and stuff. But I was like, I'm always a little bit sometimes afraid to commit. And then, and I've been around now over 2 years, like as a diehard. So when you go live, I'm there. Like I'm not doing any of my own stuff when you're going because I want to listen to your thing. And that's one of the things that discouraged me from being a full-time streamer because I've met all these great people who I consider friends now that are streamers. So I want to spend time with them when they're doing their thing. But it's also like, dude, I like so value getting to talk to you. It's like,
Well, man, honestly, I like doing this. Like in a sec here, I'm probably gonna go back with my girls' fam to watch the rest of the game. But I just like
do that.
No, like so like my thing is like at this point, obviously I still like to stream and like maybe part of it's burnout, but it's also just like I found that like it was something that as consistently as I did, especially when COVID hit, like the time was just like free. Like it was hard to have a social life during COVID and just being the situation I was. But it's like right now, of course I want to stream when I can and when I do. And it's like, I still think it is really fun. Like I really do enjoy it, but there's also a balance of like, I don't want to do it every night where I'm missing time with my family, friends, stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, life's short, right? So
dude, I know that you had some family stuff happen over the pandemic and stuff too. It was extremely hard on you. And the fact that you have this time now, it's like, look, you should look at Hot Take Hockey at the, your channel, the podcast and stuff as, it's sort of a job for you at this point. And the thing I would look at it is you got to have a good work-life balance. And you can have fun and enjoy your job, which you do with the Hot Take Hockey podcast and doing live streams and stuff. But it's really, and you've always been to me as young as you are, like I felt like you have a really high level of emotional intelligence. I watched you deal with situations like, wow, I wished I had that when I was your age. Okay.
Hey, sometimes I lose my mind a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. Dude, then I remember, hey, he's not that old and it's fine. But, I love that you have the girlfriend, you're kind of out about it a little bit now. You spend a lot of time with your family. You should never apologize. And like a lot of times you'll notice, like if you tweet out, should I go live? I'll be like, nah. I'll say like, nah, do this, or you're good, man. Like, cause like, I know where you're at or what you're doing for the most part, because I stay in touch with you, but it's like, it is good to have that work-life balance. And yes, you have fun and enjoy doing the stream, but it is your job. And sometimes it's okay to not do your job. And I know you have a real job where you get a wage too, but Hot Take Hockey is a brand that you've worked very hard to build. That's why I always tell you, if you come on, man, like, I'm not, you don't have to worry about me being a loose cannon and say some uncouth stuff. Like,
oh man, you're always good, right? I mean, if anything, man, I like when you get fired up. Like, I was actually, that one night when I came on your show and I was super tired, but I came on to chat for a bit. I actually listened to you guys for another 20 minutes, before I went to bed. I was dying, man, when you get fired up. And it was I don't know, it was a controversial, I think it was a goaltender interference, and you were just getting fired up. And I was like, fuck, man, this is sick. Let's go.
Well, Pearlo and I don't agree on anything either. He keeps saying that Florida's dog shit. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Okay, I mean,
Well, he was also high on New Jersey too. Pearlo thought New Jersey was just going to go all the way as well.
But he didn't want to. Since Pearlo's a Edmonton guy, right? He knew Edmonton wasn't going to beat Vegas, but he didn't want to go against his heart. And I said, you can't, man. It's your team, man. You got to root for your team. You can know that Vegas is the better team, which I thought they were the whole time. I just kept saying, look, they scored 109 points in the regular season. I know McDavid and them guys are good, but when have you seen a team with a great power play go? And I kept bringing up the Caps when we lost to Montreal. We had the number one power play in the league, and it was we went 2 games without getting a penalty, and they really needed that power play. So, that's one thing you got to feel good about is the Leafs are so good on 5-on-5. Your power play is kind of a liability. It shouldn't be, but with that talent, but it is. But I want to ask you one more Leafs question before you go.
Yeah.
And then if Rico has anything, he stepped away from the camera for a second, but okay, so how do you feel, or how are you feeling about the future, and what would you do? Is there anything? I know you've made videos and stuff, but is there anything that you would do if you could be king for a day in Maple Leaf land? What move are you making? Who are you getting rid of? If you can get rid of Marner and Tavares,
Tavares all day. You can't ask that question. Tavares would be the first one to go. He's untouchable.
Well,
you're giving away.
I'll agree with Rico and say if Tavares didn't have the no movement clause, I think it's an easy answer.
Yeah, but you could get some talent back, right? If you traded Marner, you could get some guys that are going to help you win. Now, I'm not saying that Marner is. I do want to say this. I just listened to this excerpt from your podcast and was so impressed with it because I think Lucas brought up Patrick Kane, and you were like, he's not Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane scored big goals, scored Stanley Cup winning goal. He showed up and showed out in big games, and we're not seeing that from Marner yet at his career. No. So, but is it still early, do you feel, or do you feel like?
Well, Jeremiah, this is where I go. I go, what are people waiting for? Do people so people always want to use the Ovechkin and Stamkos example. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Ovechkin and Backstrom have seen so many different players in that top 6. It is not even funny. No, that's not even funny. And the Lightning, are we seriously going to compare the Leafs core to the Lightning core? Not only do the Lightning have top talent like Kucherov and Point, they have so many guys surrounding. The Leafs, I mean, they finally got a guy like O'Reilly in. But before O'Reilly, they never had the Cirelli type
scored,
role.
I think, on the. Oh, I thought he did. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It looked like he scored.
No, you're good. So I'm just saying, I don't know what people are waiting for. I mean, Patrick Kane got drafted, and within 3 years, he saw a Stanley Cup.
Yeah. And they played. Those guys played. I remember that 2010 year. Everybody Blackhawks are winning, and they did. They were that 11 season or whatever. They just won. It was yep. They knew that Keith Seabrook. They had that a core 5 though, right? They had Crawford. I know Crawford wasn't the goalie of record in the first Stanley Cup, but he was.
Yeah, Jeremiah. Since 2019, the Leafs going into the playoffs have been a top 5 favorite for the Cup. Isn't that absolutely insane?
Yeah, I just didn't see it this year, man. Last year, I thought you were a better team, honestly, and I loved the ads that Dubas made. And having met the guy, I thought he was very nice, and I talked about you to him because I wanted to be like, I have this friend.
That's crazy though. Thank you for that.
Oh my God, dude. Now I feel bad he's out the door. It's like, and he was super nice, man. Like he didn't have to do that. But well, Carolina, again, I was telling Rico before you came on, if you're Florida, do you just decline the penalty? Like, nah, we don't want to be because Carolina's so good at killing the penalty, and Florida's so much better at playing 5-on-5.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look who we do have somebody in. Darkness is in. Darkness. If you want to compare the Leafs to a team, it's the 2010 Blues. And Darkness is, if you could, for the people listening, Darkness is a Blues fan. So
that's not that bad of a comparison. I mean, I feel like both the Blues and Caps are similar in the way where it's like, they had star players, but they just had such an identity crisis and they shifted a lot around. Like, man, growing watching Ovechkin, like I always recognize Ovechkin with like Alex Semin, like Mike Green, like those kind of guys. And then all of a sudden you're seeing core guys that ended up being huge for the cup, like Oshie and Wilson.
Carlson.
And Carlson, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Backstrom.
To get back, Backy, but
Backstrom and Ovi were always the 1-2.
They were kind of always there, So I'm so there. I agree with you. There's only about 1:43 left in the second. If you'll just stay with us the rest of this period, that'd be awesome. Because I have another question for you. If you could add anybody to your team and with the subtraction of one of those core four, who would it be? Where would you add to help the Leafs get over the top, you think?
Yeah, I would say Marner, and I would say Rangers or Kings as the teams to trade with.
Okay, so you had that video, and I'm glad because this didn't make any sense to me. I'm so glad you brought that up. You had that video. Shout out Hot Take Hottie's video of trading Marner to the Rangers for Panarin, right? Was part of the deal.
Yeah, that wasn't my proposed deal, but I wanted to review it because a lot of people have been talking about a Marner for Panarin swap, which to me would be so stupid from Toronto unless there's more coming in.
Okay, yeah, thank God, because it made no sense to me. I was like, wow, Panarin's been invisible in the playoffs too.
No,
who had the Matthews to LA for Kopitar, Kempe, and Byfield? Somebody had.
I don't know who had that one. I mean, I said my package for me, if I'm Toronto and I'm asking LA, I'm looking at Kempe and Byfield for sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably looking at one more support piece, whether it's like a Velarde or maybe one of their younger defensemen, like something like that for a package for Marner.
But if you're LA, you could just wait a year and sign him as a UFA.
For Matthews. Yeah, for Matthews. I was saying more so Marner.
Oh, Marner. Yeah. No, that's a lot. But don't you feel like that if you got those ads, let's say you get Byfield, Velarde, and the defensive guy. Let's say they throw in Anderson or somebody, because I don't think Clark. I never bought the rumors that Clark was involved.
Maybe Sean Dursey too. One of those two guys.
Or Dursey. Yeah, Dursey, who should have been a Leaf anyway, right? So,
yeah.
If you could add Dursey and Jarvis to the Leafs lineup right now, you feel like they're infinitely a better team, right?
I'll add Trevor Moore in there too.
Yeah, but that one, I don't blame Dubas on that one as much because he was like an undrafted college guy, and the fact that he was a good hockey player is
Jeremiah, then you can throw in Marchman and Kadri there, and you'd have quite the party.
Yeah, but
you go back a little more and throw in Verhaeghe.
Oh, that Verhaeghe too. So just add all the Leafs guys who should be on that team.
Sorry, one more, Jeremiah, to cut you off. So the Leafs traded the pick, the 24th overall. I think it was either 2016 or 2017. That ended up being Konechny, and they traded down for the picks that ended up being like Travis Dermott and Jeremy Bracco.
Yeah, you'd much rather have Konechny in your lineup, right?
Jeez.
Well, I was going to say,
Bracco is a lost soul, man.
Yeah. Well, so Jeremiah, I was just going to quickly say to answer your question, and then I'll probably hop off.
Yeah.
The two guys. So specifically with Marner, I would look at LA Rangers. But if I'm looking at a trade partner this year, in terms of, especially after watching Danny Briere, and seeing Keith Jones, how he was talking, I am calling Philadelphia right now, and I am seeing like from, I would say, Konechny to Scott Lawton to any of those guys with size.
Yeah.
Like, well, obviously Konechny.
Kevin Hayes. What about Kevin Hayes?
Yeah, Kevin Hayes. There's a heavy Kevin Hayes rumor to Columbus right now that's going to happen. But
I'd like to see him. I have one real quick, just in my head. I thought of this earlier today, and I would love to run it by you if you have a second. I know you want to go. I was thinking a 3-way trade between the Caps,
Leafs.
No. We're just talking Philly, and dang it. But the Caps got and the Wild. So the Caps trade Kuznetsov to the Wild. Dean Evison was former Caps coach. He's had Kuznetsov. The Wild needs center depth, right? Maybe there's some salary retained by one of the teams or whatever. Philly retains some salary. The Caps take Kevin Hayes, and prospects from both teams go to Philly. So Philly gets, Hendrix LaPierre or Connor McMichael or one of the two from the Caps, and then maybe another pick, and then maybe
you'd want Kevin Hayes on the Caps.
I would take Kevin Hayes on the Caps.
Over Kuznetsov.
He's good in the face-off. Well, Kuznetsov has said he wanted to get traded, so I'm like, trade him. Just trade him.
Yeah, Kuznetsov's kind of being a write-off. I was gonna say I like that Jeremiah a lot. The Evanston connection is huge, but also I was gonna say, I mean, talk about Kuznetsov getting that skill going with fellow Russian Kaprizov. I mean, those two guys could bounce off each other.
Oh my God, they needed center depth, and if Eriksson Ek's healthy, they're better. But where are the Wild weak? It's up the middle. You're not going to win a cup, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Last thing before I hop off, you talked about guys that I would target. 3 guys that would be high on my wish list for Toronto in terms of bite, in terms of fit. I don't know if the Wild, talking about the Wild, if they were to bring in a Kuznetsov and maybe they could be willing to trade a center, I'd be all over Ryan Hartman if I'm Toronto.
Isn't he a winger, though? I thought he played right wing for them.
No, he's played a lot of center with Kaprizov and Zuccarello.
Oh, he's playing way up there.
Yeah.
Because the Eriksson Ek injury, I forgot about that.
Hartman was playing there. And even if he wasn't playing, so I would look at Hardman, as I said, but also Lawton and Konechny. I mean, I know I just said that, but it's like those would be the top, I would say 3 of the top 5 for my wish list.
And those are gritty, good, solid 2-way players that are going to get you 30 to 50 points a year, but are also going to just never be a liability in their own end, which I feel like that's the Leafs.
Well, I think Konechny, if he really wants to be, he can be a 70-plus point player.
Yeah, I don't see the Flyers trading him, but you never know.
Yeah, it just depends on how they see their window. Konechny's only got 2 years left in his contract. He's already getting past that mid-20s point. He's 25, 26. It just depends where they see their timeline, because they have guys coming into the picture like Brink, like Tippett, a bunch of these guys in the forward group. So I actually think I think they're more likely to keep Lawton just in terms of identity. But I don't know. I feel like they're probably going to keep Konechny as well. But if one of those 2 guys are available, I want Toronto to be on it. So
no, they need to be. They got to figure something out there. And I hope they can move a Marner and a Tavares to really open. I heard they have $20 million in cap space, but you got to figure out, you're going to have to fill the bunting hole and whoever else you're missing there. So, and if they want to try to bring O'Reilly back, well, there's probably $5 million a year there. That's probably what he's going to get on the open market. Yeah. It's a really weak free agency. So
I know. Well, yeah, when Saravelli is ranking Bunting as the top free agent, we're in.
Well, I heard he moved Severson up.
He moved Severson. Yeah. Man, I also got to say how he was ranking them, Severson for over $6 million. I'm not paying Severson close to $6 million. There's no chance.
Yeah, I just think he probably does his research, though. I mean, Frank Saravelli is not a hyperbolic guy. I listen to his show every day. Shut up. It's on noon your time, Daily Face-Off. Really good.
Hey, bigger shout out to McKenna, though.
I love Mike McKenna. Having met him in person, what a great dude.
Yeah.
He was at that Chicklets Cup in Vegas. You got to come to one of these Chicklets events with me, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if that London thing happens, I mean,
well, they're doing something in Toronto.
Yeah, that'd be big.
They're doing something for the All-Star game this next year, I think. I don't know. They're doing a live show. I don't know if they're doing a ball hockey tournament there though, because the All-Star games in the middle of winter are not going to be great in Ontario. I'm guessing. So,
all right, boys, I'm gonna
okay,
hop
John.
off.
Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yeah,
really appreciate it. It was great to talk to you.
I'm gonna go eat some popcorn with the girl and watch the third period.
Yep, enjoy the
Right on,
rest
John.
of it,
I'll
man.
check out your stuff as well too. Thanks for Jeremy introducing me to this guy, Jeremiah. So I'll check out Hot Take Hockey as well too. So,
hey, Rico, I really
I'll
appreciate
see
that,
what
man.
you're all about. Yeah,
Hey,
but you sound
thanks,
good, man. You sound honest. You sound passionate about the game, and you seem like an all-around good guy. So nice to meet you.
Hey, you as well, man. Nice to meet you. All right, boys. I'll chat with you guys soon.
See you, John. Yeah, Rico. Definitely check out his stuff. I'm gonna grab another beer because I am out.
Yeah.
It's 6 p.m. here. It's gorgeous out right now. I'm pissed. It was rainy and shitty earlier. I'm like, God dang it. There's I
might have to bounce out, buddy. I might have to shut her down for a bit.
Yeah, that's no problem. What's up? Is everything okay? Or?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, everything's good. Yeah, I gotta bring the plants inside because there's gonna be a frost tonight. I gotta make the wifey's lunchies because it's 10 o'clock here.
You can take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time. If especially if you want to get it before the darkness here. Why don't we just take a quick break? Go ahead and just do that now. We'll take a quick break. It's intermission. We'll just take a quick break, brother. And I'll throw up a we're on break and we'll be back. So you can disconnect if you want, but I'll just do a we're on break.
Okay.
Okay. All right, buddy.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Yep. You already done? You already done? All right. All right, boys. Let's go get it. Let's get a puppy treat. Everybody want a puppy treat?
Keep your stick down, keep your gloves down, keep your elbows down, because you could have an impact and make the Carolina Hurricanes move the puck before they want to move the puck.
Oh, there it is, Lamborghini. Doesn't play like a Lamborghini, though, right? He plays like a wrecking ball.
He puts other people in the shop. That's probably the comparison, right?
What's being said right now, Reds?
Well, from Florida's point of view, they're saying we're 20 minutes away, 20 miles, 20 smiles, as we say in the locker room, right? And we're going to lift a trophy. From Carolina's point of view, they got to be saying, listen, we're playing well, we're playing hard, keep playing the same way. Let's get pucks in deep, get traffic, get it to the middle, let's get some shots.
Eastern Conference Final, Game 4, massive third period coming up. If Florida hangs on, they're headed to the Stanley Cup Final. Carolina can mount a comeback and win this. We've got a Game 5, enormous 20 minutes on the way.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
All right, we are coming back. Do not worry. Coming back. All right, here we go. We are back. We're back. So thanks for everybody that showed out. We don't have really anybody on yet, but Rico will be back. Hopefully we get Pearlo tonight. I don't know if he's coming. Let me message him. We're back on the third period, 3-2. Carolina is losing in the best of 7, 3 down 3-0, as it says on the screen. Florida's up a goal. 18:32 left to go. Kachuk is wearing the mic tonight for the Florida Panthers. This is basically a hockey chat, and we're not trying to take away from the streamers that normally do these. I know Flying Fluffy, a lot of those guys. So just want to make sure like people come and leave a like and just subscribe, talk some hockey, and watch some Stanley Cup playoffs. Feels like there's not a large interest in this playoff series, but I mean, I enjoy all 4 of these teams, man, and don't really care who wins or loses. Yeah, Florida working really good in the Carolina zone right now, early in the third period. They've actually been putting a lot of pressure on Anderson. That's a good way to win. They can't score if they're not in their end. So cracking a new big deal brew for the stream and for the chats. Florida's still pressuring. I'll just do a little play-by-play till we get Rico and those guys back. Florida's, again, if you're watching on Twitch or Twitter or whatever, I always forget about the Twitter people. Actually, I should pull up the Twitter. And if anybody's commenting on the Twitter, because I always feel like that's one we always forget. So let's see. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Florida's, again, if you're watching on Twitch or Twitter or whatever, I always forget about the Twitter people. Actually, I don't know that I can have that up. They got to figure that out. Twitter's got to figure out how they can interface with StreamYard, and we can like chat with the people that are on Twitter, because I always get like 4 times the views on Twitter. So YouTube's never good to me. I've never had more than like 10 people in my chat. So, and Twitch, I've gotten like 1 person, but might as well have it out there on the record. What a hit again. They're showing that hit Sam Bennett laid on Slavin, and Slavin tried to get up like, no, I'm fine. No, you are not fine. Yeah, he could not come back in good conscience. So Florida's missing a guy, 217. So Florida is 17 minutes away from advancing to their second Stanley Cup final, the first since 1996. I'll never forget that. It was the year I graduated high school. So check that out. We've got that looked like icing, but 16:48 left. Verhage chips it in. Anderson goes back to play it, taps it over to Burns. Burns throws it up the ice. Long ice pass. It's gloved by Bobrovsky after it was chipped in, and there'll be a face-off in Florida zone. 16:37 to go, and the third time is going quick. The Carolina Hurricanes' chance to win the Stanley Cup. Okay, so I was irritated that he got hit in the face with the stick, but it was on a fall-through for a shot, so it was on a fall-through of him dumping the pass out, so I don't know what he's got no room to cry. There's just nothing there. Carolina wins the face-off. Shea drop passes it to, I'm sorry, I said Shea. I believe that was Pesce. Pesce throws it up to Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere escapes it down below the hash marks. He loses the there's a fight for the puck. Looks like Carolina got away with a hook. Jordan Stahl hooked. I want to say 13 is that Sam Reinhart. A block shot by Gudis, thrown back in front, down in the corner by Nate just picks it up. He tries to throw it back to the point. It's dumped back down in the corner by the Carolina defenseman. Florida gets it out of the corner. Gudis works it. He tries to do that drop pass to the O-zone. It's recovered by Carolina, thrown back up the ice quick to Stahl. Stahl loses the puck to Florida. Mark Stahl, excuse me. That wouldn't make sense if I said Stahl to Stahl. Burns tries to throw it all the way back, but Reinhart gets it out. And then there's Gudis is going into the penalty box for something. He doesn't like it. He's shaking his head. I don't know. The game was actually flowing, so I guess they had to get involved. I mean, oh, my God. Unless this is an egregious penalty. Oh, God. It's a dive from Stahl. Give me a break. Yeah, that's a freaking dive. And then he lets him know, I'm not a fan of this call. Yeah, definitely a dive. Stahl doesn't even fall. He just he almost is holding Gudis' stick and puts it in his face. It was a really ticky-tack call. The ref was going to want the acting award for Stahl on that one. Very Chauncey call. But, they're down 3-0 in the series. You do what you got to do. The hockey gods usually pay you for doing that kind of cheapy Chauncey stuff. It never pans out in the end. So great opportunity by Aho, and it's swallowed up by Bobrovsky. I said early in the stream with Rico, I said, we're going to have a really tough time. Oh, all right. Woohoo. Oh, excuse me real quick, Mike. All right. Woo. Okay, back to these stream. Hold on one sec. Oh, no, that's not it. That's it. Just 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. 50 seconds left on the power play. 3-2 Florida. Florida gets it out. 14:20 left in the third period. Could this be the end of the series? Hopefully it is, because this guy wants an early Stanley Cup. So, and I think Dallas is done with Jamie Benn being suspended 2 games. It's going to be too hard. His absence is going to be hard. Another good shot by Carolina from the point. Gossespear, who they brought him in for offense, swallowed up by Bob. I said earlier in the stream to Rico, it's going to be very, very difficult for Carolina to score 3 goals on Bobrovsky the way he's been playing. So I kind of thought if Florida got to 3, that would be the end of it. I hope it is for our guys that have the under. Shout out Hot Take Hockey, those guys that he came on again. Thank you. If anybody comes back and watches this, check out Hot Take Hockey's page. The guy's incredible. He does a lot of great work, and I love talking hockey with him. I'd talk to him every day if he'd let me. Just because I'm such a big fan of it. And I spend so much of my time listening and covering the sport. So 13 seconds left to go, and Florida is putting a little pressure on the power. 13 seconds left to go in the power play. Florida puts a little pressure. That's going to pretty much kill the power play. Gudis will be free in a second. Carolina got a pretty good attempt, but it was blocked right down low. Now it's Kachuk. he drop passes it to Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett has been all over the ice, buzzing tonight. Big fan of what he's been doing on the ice. And of course that hit he hit on Slavin, that's a huge loss for them in the lineup. They are playing with 5D now, and you've got a guy who logs a lot of time. So 13 minutes left to go. Will we see the Stahl brothers shake hands tonight? Mark and Eric on Florida against Jordan, which everybody knows if you're a hockey fan. Some decent pressure from Carolina below the goal, but boy, that was a penalty as much as that thing was. I don't know though if you're Florida, like I said, Carolina is so good on the PK and they play it so well. You don't really necessarily want a freebie call. You just want to just get out of here and play as much 5-on-5 as you can. Duclair on the jump, you got Verhaeghe in. Verhaeghe back passes it all the way around to Barkov. Barkov chips it down low again. Verhaeghe recovers it on the other end around. Pass off to the defenseman and shot. Sorry, I don't know who the defenseman is, and this wasn't supposed to be play-by-play, but I don't want to leave that much dead air on the stream. I wanted to be able to spend time with you guys, especially the people that are watching. I really appreciate it. And just, talk hockey, but with Rico and Pearlo. So I don't know why Pearlo didn't come. So we'll see what's happening. Okay. I take it back. Definitely not a penalty for the Cousins play. That was my bad. And that was a terrible read by me. Just the camera angle we get sometimes. That was definitely not a penalty. So, but Cousins is giving it to somebody on the bench. Lindell wins the faceoff. I think, wasn't Lindell a former Dallas Star? Shout at me in the chat if you remember. I thought Anton Lindell was with the Dallas Stars. He might have been. I might be confusing him with another player. Oh, wow. Oh, this is cool. TNT's doing like this thing where they take a picture and they turn it into an art thing. It's probably just a filter, but it was pretty neat. Anyway, pretty cool. Yeah, so we're on a commercial break. I see we got some people in. That's cool. Leave a like, subscribe, jump into the chat. What's going on here? But go, just let me know. If you have any questions about all the fancy schmancy stuff. I do have a new piece to the collection that came since the last time we've done a stream, and that is the 800 goal big head Alexander Ovechkin bobblehead, which I'm not a huge bobblehead guy, but I do like these Ovechkin mementos. And it kind of looks like them. Usually the bobbleheads don't look that much like their counterparts. So, and I said I wanted Ovechkin to get to 800 and just win another cup. That would be cool. It'd be neat to see them go on one more run, but now he'll probably just break the record and whatever. I didn't care that much about it. I mean, there's 3 guys in the history of hockey that have scored 800 goals, and he's one of them, and now he's number 2 all time. Like, he's a Conn Smythe Stanley Cup winner, 3-time Hart, like 6 or 7-time Rocket Richard. He's going to Hall of Fame. So, right? Like, who cares? Oh, hockey jerseys like my reply. They like my ply. Sweet. Yay! My wife is sending me messages. She's been out of town, and so that is so cool. I'm gonna. She got a free first class upgrade. Good for her. She's so happy. If you fly Alaska a lot, that's near impossible because everybody has. I know. Dude, what happened? Yes, live. But Okay. All right, let's do a quick hockey Twitter. I know I was doing the play-by-play, but I really don't want to. Oh, why is Bedard trending? Mark Lazarus says the inexplicable Penguins Blackhawks game and the last week of their season keeps coming up. By far the most consequential NHL game of the season. Penguins brass gets fired. The Panthers on the verge of the Stanley Cup final. Blackhawks get Bedard. None of that happens if the Hawks don't win that game. Oh my God, this is so good. I love this. It will be a part of hockey lore for a millennia. That's what I think. All right. I don't know why was Bedard trending then? Well, Hulk Hogan's trending. Hulk Hogan said he would wrestle at WrestleMania 40 if Stone Cold Steve Austin agrees to it. Hogan says he never had a retirement match. That this would be one. Oh man, I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you want to see Stone Cold versus Hulk Hogan. I'm a diehard Stone Cold fan, and I don't know if I want to see that. The only match I want to see at Hulk Hogan in WrestleMania 40 is that Farouk. I think it's the Acolytes. Big E, Farouk. Okay. Public Enemies podcast. Okay, they're funny. All right. Okay, 10 minutes, 10:27 to go in the third. Still 3-2 Florida. I have it up on the thing. Carolina Hurricanes take it in. Oh, it's poke checked away by Barkov. Or no, I'm sorry, Anthony Duclair. Because Barkov's playing on that same line. It's tough sometimes with the numbers, especially the block ones. Sorry, guys. If I'm there, I'd probably do a better job. Also, I've had a few beers and I'm not medicinally prepared to do this stream, but I'm doing it anyway. Twitter, please allow us when we do a live stream to show the broadcast or get like input from the broadcast, because and I don't understand it and it doesn't make any sense to me. Oh yeah, let's see if it lets me do this. Oh well, we don't have any viewers, so it doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can see it that way. Yeah, but it should allow you to interact with the people that I don't get it. Anyway, I'm gonna close that. Yeah, so they're going to commercial break. What was I gonna pull up?
Oh, well, this is me. It's still early. You want to maybe grab a coffee?
With the Wells Fargo
Oh,
cash card.
hopefully that's not too loud there. If it would make a top 5 conspiracy theorists around the NFL, who would definitely be the top 5? Howie Roseman has no time for Mike Florio's nonsense. Apparently, Howie Roseman, GM of the Eagles, was giving it to Florio today. I don't watch Florio. For whatever reason, I just don't. Every once in a while, I'll tune in because I like Chris Sims, but it's one of those shows where I'm like, it just feels very clickbaity. I don't know. Like Florio figured out a formula where he could put out when he was Pro Football Talk. It just felt like he used to dive in really good football information, and now it just feels more. I don't know. And he's super opinionated. Like I just want my media to kind of report the news and not really give their opinions. But It is what it is, especially when it comes to sports. Like, like you shouldn't be reporting it skewed anyway, in my opinion. So anyway, so Florida fans got to be wild, and I wish I had Florida jersey to throw up in the thing. I don't have Florida or Carolina. That's something I could remedy. Actually, it's just one of those things where Carolina, like a Brenda Moore or something, Ron Francis, that'd be a cool one. But he didn't win. Arturs Urbe, that'd be a sick. I'd do that. I was a big fan of him. So yeah, Bobrovsky allowed 2 fewer goals in each of the last 12 games. It's going to be, like I said, I thought it was going to be very tough for Florida to give up more than 2 goals. And we're there now. And they've just played well. 9:53 left to go in the third period here. Florida has control of the puck. Forsling, they keep mentioning Nicholas Charmosin on the thing. He reminds me a little bit of Dennis Seidenberg too. What a backhand from Reinhardt. Lomberg, this line's been buzzing. They got a goal already. That Ryan Lomberg, he's a real bleep disturber. So they're putting a lot of pressure. Oh wow, Lomberg almost just buried one. Anderson had to come up big. This Lindell's out there now, and with I don't know if they're doing a partial change here. Reinhardt there. Oh, Lomberg just fanned on one real quick in the zone, skated out by Jordan Stahl. He gets it to center ice, but he turns it over to Forsling. Gustav Forsling throws it back in the corner to Aaron Ekblad. Aaron Ekblad takes it behind the net, throws it up the ice to Nick Cousins. He gets checked off the puck in his own end. Carolina gets it back. Aho behind the net, chips it around to Pesce. Pesce and Aho in the corner fighting Cousins. It's chipped out, but it's going to be offside, so everybody has to skate out of the zone. They can get some. Yeah, the check that was levied on Cousins all caused that turnover. And then Florida's going to finally get control and dump it around. Sam Bennett gets it in the corner. He's going to chip it up in front of Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk works it around behind the net, throws it back to Bennett. It's turned over to Brady Shea. Brady Shea is going to throw it down the corner and chip it around. Oh, yeah, let's look for. Yep. Carolina's offside, so Mark Stahl chips it around to, I think that's Montador. He gets over center line, dumps it in. It's recovered by Burns. Some pressure is put on by Barkov and Florida. It's Anthony Duclair gets the puck. It's deflected out with 7:44 left in the third period. The Florida Panthers are that much closer to winning the Stanley Cup final. Okay, eBay. Let's do a quick look. See if I can't find a I've got Florida jerseys on order, and they just haven't showed up. So let's see. Hurricanes. I bet you a lot of them are good. This is a good time to get for jersey collectors out there. This is when you want to buy jerseys. When a team loses in the playoffs, a lot of their fans that go do impulse buys are like, oh, I don't want this, or they'll sell it. So it's a good time to do a purchase for one, and you can find some good like here's a Teravainen stitched jersey, Adidas black for $60 from a guy who has a 492 rep. That's a good, and it's a nice, it's the 3 flag one. So yeah, you can see real quick, really cool. Yeah. What size is it though? $46. So for like an infant. Okay. So great jersey, but it's not for like a woman, a petite woman. I think that's small. XL is like 54. So, go back to that. A little bit of pressure from Carolina. That shot from the point, chipped around. Duclair's going to get it, though. He's going to chip it out. Oh, no, you have to wave that off. Okay. Man, they've been calling so many icings when the defenseman just backs up and doesn't try to get the puck. It has to be reasonable. Like you have to get like let's keep the game flow, right? Chipped wow, Stahl threw it on net, went behind net. There was a little bit of pressure from this Aho Chatfield Natchez line with I think Brady Shea on the point. Kenny Albert's calling the game for TNT with Eddie Olczyk. What a shot by Natchez. Tries to go short side. He's stoned or it hit the post. I will say this, though. 23 shots on goal for Florida, but they have really – and 34 for Carolina, but Carolina always gets a tons of shot. They have really actually put a lot of pressure on Carolina's defense. And especially after a guy has a bring on the rat sign. Yammer Yager is at the game. Yogg's in the house. Yogg's former Florida Panther. That's a jersey I wouldn't mind having as a Yager Florida Panthers jersey. So I'll say this, the Caniacs out there. You guys are missing Svechnikov, your best offensive player. The Pacioretty blew out his Achilles. It'll never happen again if you get him back at a discounted duel. There's going to be some players to be had. Michael Bunting would be a good fit for Carolina. You have the cap space, and I think you could get him for a good deal. And I think he would fit in as a depth scorer and work well in that team. I just keep thinking that Carolina's on the brink. And then Korchekov's going to be the goalie of record at some point, and he is going to be a player. He came in this year and looked so good for them. I was so impressed with him. And I think he's on this playoff roster, so he's going to have that sour taste in his mouth. So if for some reason we don't go to overtime, which I'm really praying no overtime, because I do have to feed my dogs. How about the Dallas Stars CEO coming out and apologizing for his fans throwing stuff? Like fans, first of all, why? It's not the Vegas Golden Knights' fault that your team is not playing well, and there's no controversy in this series until the Jamie Benn thing, which was this game. So I just don't get it. I mean, like, you got to understand, like, I don't know, man. It makes no sense. What are you doing? Like, there's absolutely no reason to be throwing stuff on the opposing players. Like, I get if there was a dirty hit, it was like so dirty and it's not punished, or whatever. Like, you in the heat of the moment, you throw some stuff, but like, popcorn or beer or whatever. But like, just to like be throwing like whole boxes of peanuts, it almost looked like it was an accident. So, the reverse retro, that would be a sick one. But I have a heart for Whalers jersey, so it's like, do you want the reverse retro? Tuomo Ruutu, that's a good one. I used to remember the best player not playing in the NHL was Tuomo Ruutu. That's always a good one. They used to do that so much more. Okay, 5 minutes to go in the third. So for anybody that's jumping on, hopefully we get some people. 5 minutes to go in the third. It is 3-2. Florida Panthers. Tkachuk has the puck. He dumps it in. There's going to be a lot of dump and chase. Little bit of pressure put on by Luosterainen, 23. Or maybe that's Reinhardt. I'm sorry. I get confused. No, I'm sorry. That's Carter Verhaeghe on that line with them. Okay. Back down in the end, chipped out by Florida. Picked back up in the middle of the ice by Carolina. I cannot see who the defenseman is because they are literally moving the puck up so fast. Chatfield, I believe. Chatfield chips it. Nope, it's turned over. Florida has it. Barkov being in the lineup is such a big deal for the what's going on, guys? You coming to tell me something? My dogs are coming to tell me. What's up? You want to come up? No? Okay. All right. Hockey, you're not getting any ratings, Dad. I'm not helping you out. Uh-oh. I lost my feed. What's going on? Why? Hulu, you suck. Oh, my God. Of course Carolina ties it up when the feed stops. Good. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm not live, and you're not playing. You suck. Oh, my God. 3-3. Carolina ties it up. Jesper Foss. I didn't see the goal. I said it was going to be a bridge too far. God. Yeah, not good defense from Bennett and Gudis. Both of them returned. The pass was really well done behind the net there. Just got it out in front. Maybe a little bit of pressure you'd like to see there from Dahl. I don't know. Yep. Okay, 3 minutes to go. Good God, Florida was 3 minutes away from winning this. But I'll tell you right now, though, if I'm Florida, I'm not that discouraged because they've actually gotten a lot of offensive pressure. The shots don't reflect. It's 37-23, but Carolina's throwing everything they can at the net to create. That was kicked in, and that's offsides. Pele kicked it in. And I didn't see again. Oh, yeah, I know, Vernon. I'm saying it. I just want no offense. I just want an early Stanley Cup final. And since we have 3-0 leads, no one's coming back from a 3-0. What's up, Notorious TBG? Thanks for coming in, man. 3-3 with 3:01 left to go on the third. This wasn't supposed to be play-by-play. It was supposed to be BS with Rico, me, and Pearlo, but Rico had a couple things to do, and I don't know what happened to Pearlo, man. So he didn't make it. And we had Hot Take Hockey earlier, so if you want to go back and listen to Hot Take Hockey, he comes in and talks a little bit about the Leafs, where they're feeling. It looks like Tree Living's probably going to be the new GM there. But 2:38 left. Carolina putting the pressure on. Florida is reeling a little bit. I think Florida was probably starting to feel pretty good about themselves. Yeah. Oh my God. You guys are way late on that. We're getting bunches of tweets now about Jesper Foss tying the game. Yeah. Elliot Friedman is always faster than anybody. Oh my goodness. Where's the puck? Boy, that Sam Reinhart had a pretty good shot on goal. I do not understand. So Reinhart takes on like 4 Carolina guys, makes a couple moves. Okay, he shot it wide, but then it swung on. Oh, it hit off Burns' head. Burns went to block the shot. I actually think Reinhart might have been passing it off the boards there to try to help that play go. All right, so 2:09 left to go. Barkov looks like he wins the face-off, but Carolina somehow gets the puck anyway. No pressure up on Declare. Barkov takes a shot. It is blocked by Shea. Florida is starting to go. They're starting to go. They're starting to go here. We'll see. Again, apologies. I have ordered 2 Florida jerseys. One of them was like a scam or something, and it didn't come in. And I was looking just now for a Carolina jersey we can add to the collection. Again, I try to get these jerseys for relatively cheap, but you don't ever want to pay full price for a hockey jersey. Okay, 2 minutes left to go. Florida wins the draw. Verhaeghe dumps it into the corner to Declare. Declare throws it back up the board, but it's a turnover. Jesper Foss and Marty. I'm sorry. Pesci overskated the puck and went behind the net. Then he got checked. He lost it, but Carolina still retains it at the top of the ice. It's Foss again. Carolina's okay. 1 minute to go. Verhaeghe, 1 minute and 30 to go. Verhaeghe tries to go dump it down. They do have the puck. Verhaeghe and Barkov with Montour, Forsling, and Kachuk. So this is a little bit different line out there for Paul Maurice. They lose the puck, but I think a couple of those guys were long in the shift. 17 minutes. 1 minute to go. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. Okay. I know I'm looking off to the side because I have my thing. I should move it. Oh, what am I doing? I'll just move it over here. Oh, Carolina's got a penalty. 57 seconds to go. Carolina's being called for tripping. Brindy does not like it. I'm sorry, the Jordan Stahl penalty, which didn't matter. Oh, Jordan Stahl called for an ozone trip. I told you, the hockey gods will get you back for doing that diving crap. That call they called earlier on Stahl, I thought was very soft, and he's embellished. And they need to start looking at calling that embellishment call more. So Anthony Duclair is a fast guy. So I haven't seen the replay yet. And I don't know if the NHL mandated that they don't show replays, but let's see. He tripped Forsling. It was a trip. Touch and go there. Minute left to go. Maybe you like to see. I wonder if you're Florida, do you just pull your goalie to get that extra man? Again, the hockey gods could gift it. Florida has the puck. 40 seconds left to go. 1:41 left of the power play. It's thrown on net. Tipped by Tkachuk wide. He recovers it from behind the net, throws it back out to Montour. Montour throws it to Bennett. Bennett loses the puck. It's chipped out by Carolina. Barkov recovers in the neutral zone. 26 seconds left. Florida's probably got one more run. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Bennett throws it in the corner. Reinhardt throws it. 10 seconds left to go. It went off the post. It's thrown in. Skated around. Tkachuk scores! Tkachuk scores! Tkachuk scores with 4.3 seconds. There is ice in this kid's veins. Oh, my God. Tkachuk scores. There, everybody is going nuts. Kepka's at the game. Brendamore's looking at the replay. It's a good goal. Matthew Tkachuk goes top shelf. What an incredible goal. What an incredible goal. Are they going to do an automatic review? If they call this goal off, it's going to be tough. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I don't see it. Sam Bennett gets knocked down. No, what are you talking about? No, if they don't allow this goal, I do not know. That's because Pesci gets hit. Nah, I don't see it, man. This Bennett stick gets in there, but Pesci falls on him. So Bennett can't even control his stick. This is going to be interesting. Yeah. Why are they doing this? Why does the NHL allow this to happen? This is a non-call. We're going to spend 5 minutes reviewing it, and it's going to be, oh my God, this makes no sense. So 4.3 seconds left to go. I'll know before they show me on the broadcast because Friedman will tweet it out faster than anybody. This is he's not can opening him or anything. There's no way. And Bennett pulls his stick out right away. Oh my God. If this gets overturned, yeah, okay. Give me a fucking break on this one, NHL. Yes, there would have been a riot. That's a good goal. An inch of Bennett's stick touches the pad. Give me a break. Matthew Tkachuk is a gamer. And I said this. Oh, my God, Brendan Moore, you don't have a leg to stand on in this one, dude. And I said, be careful what you do in the game. Wow. Be careful what you do in the game. Be careful what you do in the game. When you dive, you do stupid things. That Stahl penalty was real crappy. Yeah. Oh, my God. Notorious TBG. What a goal. What a goal. Matthew Tkachuk has got ice in his veins. dude, if you don't think it's Florida's year, wow. And I'm telling you, they should never even have looked at that. There was nothing there. They did that for dramatic effect. I mean, there was nothing there. Bennett's stick was in and out of there so fast, and it was like that much of his stick. If I had a hockey stick in here, they're downstairs, I'm not going to rip the Lanny McDonald one off the wall. I'm just saying, like, give me a break. Wow. Like, no, there was nothing there, guys. If you're not seeing this and you're listening to me, I'm sorry. I'm in terrible play-by-play. This is supposed to be a thing. 3 seconds left to go. Thrown all the way down, and it's over. It's over. We're going to be shaking hands tonight, and we may actually have a May Stanley Cup, which is when it should be, NHL. They should not play a single game in June unless it's Game 7, and that should be the first. And they should do it every time. So, every team versus Matthew Tkachuk this post-game season. Get ready to die because you will. It's a church, bro. It's a sign from a church, which I don't know if I'm a church, that's what I'm going to put out there. Yeah, congratulations to Florida. Congrats to Florida. Amazing. I'm going to stay on for 10 minutes in case Rico and Pearlo come on, but we're gonna just chat a little bit about it. I've loved that a few of you came in for the end of it. Thank you so much, guys. What a baller wins it. Mark and Eric, Mark and Jordan, Mark and Eric were the first to hug Jordan Stahl. So that's really cool. That's really cool. I can't do two things at once, guys. I'm terrible. All right. Florida wins. Handshakes happening. What a incredible run the Florida Panthers are on, man. This does feel a lot like their 96 run with Rats are on the ice. Yeah, Matthew Tkachuk is just absolutely insane. Insane. Yes, Will. I can't wait. I'm setting an alarm. All right. Okay. Yeah. So Jordan Stahl won a Stanley Cup with the Penguins in 2009. Eric Stahl was on the 2006 things. Look at Rod Brind'Amour, and this is such a great handshake. I am such a Rod Brind'Amour fan. What a stud he is. The best coach in the NHL. His handshake with Paul Maurice was incredible. Chucky, baby. They're going to be interviewing Matthew Tkachuk. Oh, my God. What a... Guys, sorry, I'm a little emotional on this one. What a great run Florida's on. I'm Flying Fluffy's the Florida guy on YouTube that I know. He's probably got 100,000 people. I want to jump in his stream and give him some love and just say, hey, man, you made the Stanley Cup final. And they had such a good year last year, and their fans were, I think he's doing one with Twisted Wrister, actually. He's got Twisted Wrister on. So, people are dropping cash in his stream like big time. Congrats, Fluffy. Yeah. They had a lot of people in his stream tonight, I'm sure. That's cool. He's having people on. Yeah. Hey, if anybody wants to come in and talk about it before we go, I'll drop the link. You can come on video, audio, or both. I'll drop the link. Come on in if you want to chat. They're interviewing Bobrovsky right now. 36. I was so surprised Bobrovsky gave up that third goal. But what about Tkachuk? What about Tkachuk? And they stood pat at the deadline. You know what? Ottawa Senators Outlook. It's so good to see you here, by the way. Thank you so much. Yeah, Ottawa said it is official. The Panthers won the Tkachuk trade. It's fair to say. Ottawa Senators Outlook. Let me just say this. I mean, how do you say it? It's incomprehensible. It's so crazy, man. Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, Brady season, man. Yeah, Ottawa Senators Outlook. You know, the Sens are not far away. They're going to be in this mix, and I'm going to be rooting for them hardcore too because I love Brady Tkachuk, and, you know, I really like Ottawa. Hot take hockey, man. You can't stop these cats. You cannot stop these cats. Retweeted from the NHL. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. I dropped the link in the chat if you want to come on. Chat real quick. I'm going to probably end the stream. We had Rico for 2 hours, the first 2 periods, and he had some stuff he had to go do. We didn't see Pearlo tonight. Pearlo, I hope everything's okay. You're chiming in. I didn't hear back from you. I'm going to drop him a note. All right. Yeah, Eric Stahl did not play in the NHL last year. Mark Stahl is the one, though. That's the Stahl brother that hasn't won. So Sens, Sabres, and Isles and Leafs out. That could be. I'm not ready to say the Sens are right there, but we'll see. I think they're a couple years away, but they're there. I mean, they're there. They got to keep healthy. Yeah, they really miss Josh Norris. So, I mean, Tkachuk just loves everybody. He's like, it's Wednesday. If we have an overtime game, everybody's going to be pissed. So it's set, guys. The Dallas Stars are done. Sorry, Dallas. I love your reverse retro. Sick. The Vegas Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers are playing in the Stanley Cup Finals. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That Dallas team is not coming back. If they force a game 6, I will come on and do a stupid thing. But if they come back and win, I'll shave my beard. If the Dallas Stars come back and win the series, I will come back on the stream and shave my beard live. It's not happening. It's happened 3 times in hockey, and we all think it can happen because it's happened recently. But Bill Zito congratulating the players. Boy, what a job Bill Zito did. They were the President's Cup trophy champions. They get bounced. They should have lost the Caps, guys. As a Caps fan, like everybody knows, they should have lost the Caps. So pretty cool for them, man. Pretty happy for the Panthers fans. I know there's some diehards out there. Vernon says, what a run by the Panthers. They had to scratch and claw their way to make the playoffs, then had to come back from a 3-1 series deficit to knock Boston. The team with the most wins ever in a season. Yep. I mean, dude, we keep doubting them too, Vernon. I mean, they do feel a little bit like the Capitals too, you know, like we couldn't get over the hump. The thing is, I'll say this about Florida. They really haven't had that much strife in the playoffs because they just weren't making it for the longest time. But yes, the Tkachuk trade completely won. Montour filled the void by Weegar. I think they knew they had something there. And Tkachuk is a much better player than Huberdeau at this point in his career. And I wonder, too, like, Huberdeau might have got the best of Barkov, too, because I felt like Barkov had an off year. I think he was playing with a lot of injuries or whatever. So going to be real interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to go 2 more minutes and just chat about it. If you guys have anything else to say, I really appreciate. We got like a rush of people at the end. So cool, man. Like, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. We're going to send Rico his birthday present today. We're going to take care of that. We're going to figure that out. And we're going to congrats like Fly and Fluffy and all those guys. And say, hey, look at the run the Cats are on. Notorious TBG. Blackhawks got bombarded and Panthers got the cup. Win-win. You know what? If you're a Blackhawks fan, notorious TBG, happy for you, boy, because I really think that Bedard kid is going to be special. And he's a goal scorer. He's not a playmaker. He's going to score a lot of goals. And by the time it's all said and done, he might be one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. I hope he stays healthy. And I think the way that the game is played now, he's going to be incredible. I do feel like the Blackhawks maybe didn't. It's not like they haven't had that much success in the last 15 years. They have 3 Stanley Cups. So, but it's that when that franchise is going, it's better for the NHL. They're probably the premier team in the Western Conference. So it's just one of those things where if you're a fan of the game like I am, you're happy about that. So anyway, all right, guys, I so appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you to Rico. Thank you to Hot Take Hockey again. He came and chilled with us like almost the whole second period. Really cool to see him. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one.